after much anticipation and a stupidly long hiatus, welcome to Dwarves of Dharn, Moldir, Session 10. We finally made it into double digits. What? So...
Sorry about that Rune Lords thing.
I got a double digit.
I was going to say, I think that you can't even call that stupid long hiatus in comparison to like the year and a half we took off of Rune Lords.
Right?
That was stupid long hiatus.
That was not my fault.
I didn't say it was.
It was this, actually.
I'm just saying in general, like in comparison, time-wise, it's a huge difference.
It felt like an eternity,
like
both times.
I point the finger at Josh.
8 or 9 weeks.
Something like that, I don't know. It's been a long time.
It's been long enough that I've forgotten more things about it than I should have.
Just saying, I blame Josh.
Well,
Always
usually-
Josh's fault.
Well, as a reminder,
I'm,
since you've forgotten more things about it than you should have, you play Jazgruli Brewgut.
Yes.
You are a dwarven barbarian.
I was reviewing my character sheet going, who the fuck is I? And I've been spending the rest of the time trying to remember my girlfriend hooker's name.
Sasha.
That's it, Sasha.
I'm getting a little tapped out as far as, divine intervention here. Could use a little rest, but of course it's early in the day, so...
It is, in fact, quite early in the day. It's only, maybe 8 a.m. You have been up for a couple of hours, but the rest of Wensleydale is just now awakening. Including the poor Undertaker, who was very happily asleep before you guys started pounding on his door. So, the town is beginning to awaken. You have just departed the Undertakers with the, having reposed, Councilman Amherst. Does anybody have anything on deck that they would like to do right now?
Well,
Jazgruli's got something on his mind, but there are probably more important things to be doing at the moment.
On his mind or on his crotch?
Both.
You're thinking of Sasha, which is probably why you were trying to remember her name.
Yes.
I've got nothing to do until Stan comes back.
The both of us talked over the nature of that poison.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a botanical thing, right? That's something you could commonly grow. A couple of those components.
Could be, yeah.
The two that you can identify.
Yeah, I've seen
Have
that.
identified, I should say.
I've seen that in my travels. Maybe we should look and see if there's any around.
Might want to check with some of... If there are any florists? Less than reputable florists?
Check at the manners of the council people, like around there, see if they have gardens, that kind of thing.
I'll check with the guild to see if they know any sources.
Yeah. It's a shame we don't know that last element.
Alright.
Do you still have
Are you...
some of the tainted tea?
I think probably, yeah, I confiscated it. Right?
You confiscated the tea. You had it taken to the Undertaker with
to
the body.
them together.
Yeah. So, you're still outside the Undertaker. You want to run back in and get it? I have no problem with that. So you can say that you have it with you.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take it to the guild and see if anyone there can identify it.
Okay. So, are you doing that right now?
I will do that thing now.
Okay. As you ouch...
Did we ever ask the sheriff if he had heard anything from his daughter recently?
No, you have not spoken with the
Should
sheriff.
probably go talk to the sheriff.
So getting the poison hurts, apparently. As I ouch.
Yes. As you ouch.
And tea's face.
It's an injury poison as well as an ingest it. Make a fortitude.
Yes, exactly.
Shit.
Ooh, it landed on my foot. So, as the town is becoming less dark and nightimey, Trunk, on your way through the town, as you're heading toward the Shattered Fist headquarters, you're beginning to notice something that, it was probably there before, but not in such a quantity as to be readily apparent. But now they're like everywhere. There are missing persons flyers popping up like all over the place, the sides of buildings, even on the base of the statue of Lord Marone.
Were they there yesterday?
Some of them, but now there are more. You can see, like, there are 3 different missing person posters that have been copied and spread throughout the town.
Interesting.
Jez Gruley is actively sketching in his journal.
Okay. Is he sketching booze?
No.
Are you sure?
What
Positive.
is Jez Gruley sketching?
Is it butts?
Oh no, I'm actively sketching what he is sketching. So I'll have physically
Oh,
something
alright.
Nice.
covered by-
Alright.
A prop.
Yes.
Is it butts?
No.
What?
It sucks.
So he's wasting his time.
Just wait.
That's the next one. It's gonna be one of the little flip books of me and Sasha fucking the whole time.
Oh dear.
So, I'm not obviously going with you for your guild contacts, because that's not a thing you would let happen and not a thing that I want to associate myself with. So, Bellhead is probably headed over to the sheriff's.
I will follow Bellhead. Is the councilman still with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the councilman goes with me. I suggest you go with him.
Yes, I don't have to stay around this old fuck.
He doesn't like
About whom were you speaking? The
I'm also
councilman
saying that
or Bellhead?
I'm also I'm going to say it in Dwarvish, so I mean I don't care if he hears that anyways.
Oh, okay.
And also both.
Should really try hard to keep those fresher. Nobody likes an old fuck.
Christ.
God damn it.
Alright. Well,
So I'm going with you.
So if he's coming with me, I'll point out the posters. Like there's
Right before you vanish.
right.
Oh, you're coming with me, are ya? Look over there.
That I mean he might be able to, but I can run faster than him.
Just in a random direction. That only works until you encounter the fire pelts.
Then you need a car.
alright.
Well, I'll be okay with that.
So
you
you're
trying to
splitting
say?
up into 2 separate
What are you
groups.
trying to
I
say?
run really fast.
Also, that is all.
Splitting the party. My very favorite thing.
Yup.
So it is
Do it so
Grognek and Trunk,
Yep.
Jez Gruley and Bellhead,
And Councilman Crothers.
and Councilman Carruthers. Now,
Hey, wait, who's the tied up guy going with?
he's stayed at the councilman's house. He's being guarded by
Sven.
Sven.
Oh, right, yeah.
Are there people in the streets? Or is it a little
There,
early?
there's starting to be a couple people, not very many.
Good morning.
Bonjour.
Good day.
Morden's blessings upon you. I'm just...
Some
Right.
of the people are like, "Who's Moradin? Is that a dwarf?"
As he's walking and saying this to people, they have this confused look. My apologies.
Right. It's populated like the first song of Beauty and the Beast at the start of the song, not at the end of the song when everybody's out and singing and dancing.
Now I'm trying to think of the main song from that movie.
I try to be pleasant.
Be our guest.
Yes.
I try to
the
be...
first song.
I said the
You
main
said the main
song.
song.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
main
main
song.
song. Yeah.
All right. Who has the higher initiative modifier? Jiminy crickets
Mine is-
between Grognek and Trunk.
I have +3.
I got 4.
Who has the higher initiative modifier between Jez Gruley and Bellhead?
I have a -1, so I'm hoping it's him.
I have a +1 in the initiative.
Okay. I need Grognek and Jez Gruley to roll me initiatives to determine whose little mini party is going first.
Why don't you guys just go first since Jeff's trying to feed his face?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. We're totally fine with that.
And I'm still trying to...
And you're
And
still
he's
doodling.
sketching,
I'm
so-
trying to
Still
prop.
doodling.
Jeff.
Okay.
This is
So-
taking a turn.
So where are we going?
Trunk and Grognek.
Err.
Pardon me for having my mouth full.
What should he say?
I've said that several times. But I usually don't ask for pardon because no one
Yikes.
complains.
Yikes.
Okay.
I give as good as I get, Dave.
Yikes.
That took
Wasn't even in,
unexpected
that wasn't
turn.
even in reference to oral sex. That was just in reference to you tried to
That
say
one
something
was-
snarky.
Wow.
And
That one was also sexual.
You were just...
welcome to Dwarves of Dharn Moldir, where it's all sexual, even when it's not.
Worst intro ever.
I mean,
Debatable. I mean, so missing people. Where are
Yep.
we going?
Well, I gotta go to the Thieves Guild.
So let's go.
See a man about a horse.
All right, let's go.
alright.
Do that thing.
We're going.
You arrive.
We're actively...
All right. I'm like slowly walking.
You arrive at the Thieves Guild. I'm not gonna... We've had enough of this roleplay happening in actual time. You're just fucking there. We're not gonna do the whole walk across town. You have arrived. Congratulations. Nothing happened to you on the way.
Fireworks
Who's
while
here?
we're walking across town.
You know what, Matt? Shut up.
There is, well, let me consult my list of names, because I don't know who's here.
Adam.
I know who's not
Adam's
here.
there. And Jim.
It's probably not Stan.
It's not Stan.
God damn it, Stan.
Staniel.
It is not Staniel. It is not...
Not Gregward.
It's Jim Bob.
It's not Rodney.
Rodney, that's right.
Rodney is the low man on the totem pole. Staniel is the third in command. Timothy was second in command simply because he was Brodik's nephew, and then there was Brodik.
He's probably still at the healers.
He's still at the healers.
And he's useless anyways.
So,
He's serving the Thieves Guild the best he's ever done.
you arrive at the Thieves Guild, and Marcus is on duty. Who goes there? Oh, sorry, Master Trunk.
I like the sound of that.
Yes, you are, sorry.
Shit.
I totally forgot what I was going to ask.
Uh,
Right, poison.
Do you have any?
Who in the guild is best at identifying poison?
Identifying poisons, well,
Or making?
this is a thieves guild, not a poisoners guild. We try not to kill people. We just take the shit. If you're really looking for a poison, you might ought to talk to that alchemist bloke.
Fucking alchemists.
Hey, what's wrong with alchemists?
Every time. Alchemist.
As an aside, this guy plays an alchemist
plays-
in 2 separate campaigns. That's why it's an inside
He's,
joke.
he's doubly alchemist.
I brew things.
What did I
Yeah, but you're not an alchemist.
literally just do with my
I
water?
brew things.
And?
Just saying.
You're not used.
Call me when those things enlarge person,
What?
rather than the opposite.
What? What?
But tiny people are so much funner to step on.
Funner, he said just now. I heard it. It was on recording and
Yes,
everything.
I said funner.
Funner.
Alright, the English Nazi in me is just going to gloss right over that.
Yes, I got rid of the English Nazi for a
The
moment.
proper statement would have been more funner. Thank you.
Yes.
Funner est.
I don't feel like
Is,
that was much of an improvement.
well, today's Tuesday, so he's probably around traveling alchemist. You know, he's here usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So he'll be coming into town shortly.
Where does he usually go?
You have actually seen. I think you guys have even talked to him.
Yeah, we talked.
Was it the guy that was outside the healers that one day?
Yes.
That I vaguely scared?
Yes. Alan Finchley
Nice.
is his name.
I don't know if we did anything. We just showed up, like, barked some things at him, and then...
I completely forgot what I said that scared him off, but
With you? Who the fuck knows?
Could have been anything.
Literally.
I don't even remember which episode that was.
That was like the 3rd episode.
Was it?
That
It
was
was-
during our 1 month long 1 episode. Or 1 day in game.
It was when you went to check on Timothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to check on Tim McVeigh and it did not go well.
Also, that needs to be his last name now.
I know, right? Why did I think of that before? Fucking Unabomber.
Where does he usually stop first?
Oh, well, He sets up shop usually next to the healers until the healer comes in, chases him off.
That sounds about right.
Direct competition, you know.
I knew a guy like that.
So it's a little early for him yet, but he should be here soon.
I can check on Tim while I wait.
By the way, Master Trunk, have you run into Rodney?
Which one's Rodney?
Third or low man on the totem pole.
You all look alike.
Dead last.
Right? Which face is that one? Yeah, I think I saw him yesterday.
Oh, I mean this morning. He was looking for you.
No. Where's Rodney?
Oh, this can't be good.
Looking for you last I saw.
Okay, but where,
Great, we could be circling the town all day.
Right.
It's just,
where is Rodney?
Well,
where is he?
I mean, I can do that. Just reach up and strangle.
from what he told me, he went to the tavern where you all were staying, and you weren't there. So
Well, we're not there no more.
he's looking for you, but I don't know where he is right now.
Question, are some of the missing persons posters about us?
Right, yeah, I need to ask you about the missing people posters as well.
Oh, terrible business.
Seem to be more popping up, even since last night.
Have you been stealing
People? Are we getting the business of kidnapping now?
Well,
Hey, not kidnapping.
I've been here since yesterday.
This is?
No, it's
Who
not.
who's gone?
No, it's human trafficking.
Shit.
What's on
Who's
your
gone
side?
missing now?
I don't know, you're all a bunch of faces tonight.
There were names on the poster. One name in particular looked somewhat familiar in that you've heard it before.
Which name?
Mortimer Jorgenstern,
You.
It's a hell of a name.
right? Which is why it rings a bell.
Mortimer, says one.
Morty?
Where's Rick?
Who?
That poor bloke. He lost his job as a butler. Tried to find any kind of work, but didn't really have any proper training.
Mortimer Jorgenstern. I think we interviewed him.
Probably.
Does he need to be questioned?
And he's gone missing since yesterday.
Well, like he's not. He just left town looking for work. He's been kind of hard up. Even approached some of the boys trying to see if he could get into the Thieves Guild, but
Really?
did you just steal my napkin? You did, you swine.
move past all of you.
Whatever.
Can you
All right, I
give
don't
me
wanna
a
mess
bottle
up
of
your-
water on your way
your-
back, Matt?
Why are you leaving? You're actively in this scene.
Yes, I hear you. I can still hear you and respond if needed.
Oh, you're just going to the bathroom. I thought you were leaving to
Yes, I
smoke.
wasn't going outside.
Where did I leave off before he...
Something about Mortimer.
He's trying to get into the
He,
Thieves Guild.
yeah, he was trying to get into the Thieves Guild, but Brodick wouldn't let him because he didn't know how to do anything. He was far too polite for a thief. Gives us a bad image, you know.
Well, I mean, there's such thing as a gentleman thief.
Well, I fancy myself to be a gentleman thief. We never, all of us, really, gentlemen thieves. We don't kill nobody. We just take the shit, like I said before.
Trunk is just shaking his head slowly.
Because this guy is clearly just a fancy, proper lady killer over here.
Jackass with a Cockney accent.
Son, you were at
Have you
least
noticed that most of my
40%
jackasses
gutter.
Right.
have Cockney accents? Anyway,
It's hard to be a thief when you're stuck down here.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
well,
It ain't easy.
somebody's got to man the desk. Ordinarily it's Rodney, but he was looking for you.
Well, if he comes back, you know he'll be at the heels.
Will do. Alright. Any other business to attend to while you're there?
What was this guy's name?
Yes, I did.
This guy... What did I say his name was? Because I didn't write it down.
Malcolm X.
Marcus. had
I got
pizza
the
on my
vibe.
hands and didn't write it
You were
down.
totally
White.
ignored.
I kind of feel like it wasn't Marcus.
It was.
Okay.
Because I thought Marcus was the guy who went to get the Undertaker the very first time on the dead body.
Lamar?
Yeah, that was that guy.
Oh yeah, the other white guy with the clearly not white guy name.
Yeah.
See, reoccurring
Since
theme
when
here.
is Marcus a not white, like, a
Lamar.
racial specific name?
I think he means Lamar.
Since
How many white
No.
Marcuses have you
1974.
seen?
2.
I have seen 0.
Well, I mean, you don't get out.
How many countries have you been to?
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of Marcuses in the Middle East. It's just like, well,
I've been to more European countries than anyone in the room.
your sample size doesn't signify.
That's not what she said.
Nice.
All right.
And sight, spike, and boom.
Boom goes the dynamite. So,
Jizzy.
do you guys have any other business to attend to while you are here?
I can't think of anything.
Grognek?
Am I forgetting something?
I don't know. Are you?
Probably.
You asked
I
about
know.
the
Maybe.
poison, you asked about the missing posters.
Did
There
you
a guy
read any
from-
news regarding a what is it, a mercenary guild?
Okay.
Did Rodney leave any news regarding a mercenary guild?
He said it had something to do with some bloke named Phil.
The fuck is Phil?
Bill is the guy that we're looking for.
The guy from the Mercenary Guild.
Oh right, yeah.
All these arbitrary names can't keep straight.
Jesus, Henry Christ. That's why I have a fucking list, because this is getting
Now you
ridiculous.
just need to chastise him.
By the way, 2/3 of my list, prostitutes and Thieves Guild members. The other third is fucking Amherst staff, because he employed everybody else in town.
You gotta plug
You
the
broke
cord.
it.
I didn't do anything.
You fucking
Yeah,
broke
broke
it.
it.
The cord wants to come loose from the back. Sorry, I was doing this. I just realized.
So just
She must be
plug it in.
She's sleepy.
I can't take women seriously when they're just going. Suggesting it doesn't want to come. It just wants to come out of the
See,
back.
that's the difference. I take
Okay.
them very seriously when they.
Yeah, so,
Have my undivided attention.
again, everything is sexual, even when it isn't.
This is the downside of not video recording this session.
Right?
Of course, eating the pizza has not been flattering for video purposes.
But it is delicious. Alright, so,
And that's it. That's all.
You should chastise him for not knowing where the guy is that's
Yeah.
trying to find you. Like, he should have filed a flight plan.
Seriously.
Thieves
Should be
Guild.
somewhere in there. Matt said he put water in there for me.
oh.
Where's his battle buddy?
I'm going to look for him here, here, and here. Well, he did tell you one place he was looking, so.
We haven't been there in
A billion
day,
years.
a day
At
and
least
a
a
half.
day. Same thing.
Hey, how far away is the bar
On the street.
from where we
Um,
currently are?
It's, like, back on the main drag. You're sort of off.
So how long would it take me if I was to sprint there and back?
That morning run.
What is your
At a
sprint
dead
speed?
sprint, 140.
140 feet in 6 seconds.
At a dead sprint.
Take you a couple of minutes, tops.
It's
I'll
gotta
be
be
back.
gotta be part of his
I'll head towards the healer.
monthly ritual is just doing a lot of running.
Do you have to,
I'm
like,
not-
spend
I'm
a key
even
point or
going to
anything?
spend a key point to take off even faster.
Really?
Yeah, I can spend one to
What
go
happens
from
when the monk hits
0 to
88 miles an hour?
I can spend a key point.
Can he go back in
from
time and
0
stop people
to
from murdering the
140
councilman?
in the drop of a hat. I don't have to spend that time taking strides to get
No
up to speed. I
accelerating?
just instant accelerate.
Nice.
It's like a coiled
All right.
spring.
We're going to digress from you for just a moment. Jazz and Bellhad,
Yes.
what is on your agenda?
We were headed to the sheriff's.
Okay.
Yes.
That's that Bytron coming. God damn it.
He is smitten. Fuck you.
He's in deep smit.
Well played.
For those of you, who is everyone who isn't here, listening, the doodling that Jazz Grewley was doing while walking is an adorable little heart that says, Jazz loves Sasha.
Jazz hearts Sasha.
Yes, that.
We should scan it in and put it into the
Right?
video.
I think
We should scan those letters.
Dave's already taken care of that.
That
Well, I
boat's
took a
already
picture.
sailed.
So,
It's not the best picture, but it's a picture.
going to the sheriff.
You can have that as a cover.
You
for the
arrive
session.
at the sheriff very, very shortly after you leave the Undertaker because it's really not that far away.
Just the way I like it.
So,
Old gray dwarf just ain't what it used to be.
You can't do that unless your pants are around your ankles.
Who says they're not?
Whoa.
this is the wrong notebook. I need
I haven't been
passive-
eating as much as I'm used to.
It's true.
Things are
passive
starting to
perceptions.
fit a little loosely.
Yikes. Starting to sag.
I have no modifier.
It should be under your...
That's 10.
15.
oh,
I'm the one that sees things.
yeah. Well, you're not seeing things, you're hearing things. As
That's
you
never good.
get close to the sheriff's office, you hear the rather strident, hysterical sounds of a very distressed female coming from within.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I focus. I want to make out.
All right.
I don't want to interrupt them.
Roll
I
me
want,
a perception
I want
check.
it to. I want it to play out.
Nice.
19 on the die, plus 5.
All right. Standing sort of on the porch, you hear everything. You hear, well, he can't just be here 1 minute and gone the next. He wouldn't do that. You must do something.
And wouldn't did.
And then you hear Sheriff Kralis say, now, Liz, you're going to have to calm down. It's going to take me some time. We got other missing persons. Things have been in kind of an uproar. We got murders, thieves, all sorts of things. Hasn't even been missing a full day yet.
I don't know. what
Maybe
you're
he's
playing.
over at the brothel. Have you looked? A shriek.
That. Crude, yet insensitive.
Wow. Tactless, yet rude. She shrieks.
What did he say her name was? Did he call
He
her?
called her Liz.
Liz. Liz.
She just, she's sputtering and, she's so incensed by the very suggestion that she cannot speak.
Well, this is a vast improvement already.
Right.
Alright. Sorry I even suggested it. Just wanted to know if you had exhausted all of the possibilities. I will make some inquiries. I will look around. But in the meantime, you should go home, rest yourself. You're being all worked up is not going to do that baby any good. So,
How dare I suggest that since you're such a lovely, very, very relaxed woman, why I would even suggest that he might look for love elsewhere is just beyond me. I don't know.
so
All the wrong places.
the hysteria has been toned down somewhat in light of her just fury. Because she's still mad. Reparations have not been made just by him apologizing. She's still really just livid. Alright, and you'll let me know as soon as you hear something?
Do I hear this?
Are you listening?
I was attempting to when he gained my attention, but I don't know
roll-
at a passive 10 if I can actively hear it.
Well, if he's directing your attention to it, you can actually roll a perception
Yeah,
to
I
see
gave
if
him a
you're...
stop, and I gave him a
I'm going to listen to this.
put your ears on.
No. I rolled a 6.
Oh, there's a bug buzzing in your ear. It's super distracting.
I look at the councilman, elbow him, like it's his fault somehow.
When you do that, he's like, starts looking around because he thinks that you're trying to alert him to some danger.
Yeah, yes, the bug.
He starts looking at the bug accusingly.
Murder! Oh, yes, I was waiting for that.
Turn around mid-thing, and I just look at both of them.
The door opens behind you. A woman steps out. She's probably mid-20s. Very, very lovely and very, very, very pregnant.
Whoa!
Turn around. Madam?
What do you got? Triplets there?
You're not there!
I'm
not there.
making a statement.
I would like to make a medicine check
Okay.
to determine if I can figure out how far along she is
With your familiarity.
with my deep familiarity with human gestation.
Josh,
Nope.
you run very slow.
What?
You're pretty sure that she's just faking the whole pregnancy thing and that she's just really fat.
Human pregnancy, isn't
Like,
it? We all know that.
I just looked up how fast you sprint.
Like,
You
That's not
sprint
how that
like
works.
in humans,
did
it's not
9
even the
miles an
females that get pregnant. They're like seahorses.
Right.
Character sprints at 9 miles an hour.
He rolled a nat 1, by the way.
And then don't they eat their mates' heads afterwards?
Yeah,
9
totally.
miles
That's
an
why.
hour.
That's why Brodick Ainsley
No.
was such a bitch.
The fastest human
Maybe he's
runner
got a bun in the oven.
don't break
Oh dear.
Christ.
Oh dear.
Human runner is
I want this to
between, like, 5
continue,
to 7
by
miles
the
an
way.
hour, buddy.
Just after the session, your misunderstanding of human recreation needs to just continue.
It just every pregnant female I see in the street now, I just yell "faker."
Just ignore everything Jazz tells you about it. Like, no, it doesn't go in there. Come on.
Why would I listen to anything Jazz has to say about it? I'm a cleric, for crying out loud.
But speaking of, though, I've not inundated him with my tales of my conquest with
Oh dear.
Sasha yet.
I have. Yeah, no, you definitely have.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to, but I kept getting Sasha.
I have brought
I'll
untold
read that again.
hundreds of little dwarflings into the world from the very stone. I know how this works.
Yeah, the fastest runner
So,
on Earth does 20.
you
I said
don't
the
know shit for
average.
crap about pregnant women.
The
Oh, boy.
average human being runs between 12 and 13 miles an hour.
I see you've been eating well.
No. But you said they don't
Barely.
break double digits.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
What I'm
fat.
saying is the average barely rate the double digits.
They s-
She
said
looks
break
at you-
double digits.
And just can't even...
Can't even.
She's gone full white
She
girl.
makes no response. She's just like, she's confused. She's kind of like all of the hobbits at Bilbo's birthday party. Trying to figure out if she was just insulted. Not quite sure. Just gonna leave. So she, she pulls a hanky out of somewhere, dabs her eyes, passes you with a mumbled good morning, and is gone.
I look at the councilman and I get his attention, and very quietly, but loud enough that he himself can hear me. I say, Councilman, why is
Perception.
What?
Sorry, something just occurred to me.
Bum bum ba bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
that? Same. Well, 6 again.
Okay.
Not a perception I am capable of, I'm guessing.
Please, no. Please continue with what you were saying. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Apparently pointlessly.
You mind? No, I get his attention, and I quietly, but loud enough that he could, of course, hear me. I see. Why is that female only fat in the torso?
That is the wife of my former butler. She's not fat, just really. She's pregnant. She's with child.
Oh.
Nonsense! I would have known that.
Is he talking loud enough that he can hear him?
I can hear a lot of things.
Well, I know you can hear a lot, but I wasn't trying to. I was trying to be somewhat like
Right next to me
little
with a
sweet.
15 passive?
Yeah, you're hearing everything.
Like I'm yelling it in a megaphone at your face,
I may be old.
but I'm not deep. No, I look at him quasi confused, and I ask him at this point. Now I'm thinking about Sasha, and I'm curious, and I ask him if he's if he knows if humans and dwarves, if they can have children.
Well, I personally have never heard of it happening, but I see no reason why it couldn't be a possibility. I mean, sometimes you hear stories of half-elves. I don't see why there couldn't be half-dwarves.
They're referred to as a mull.
So it's a thing, Father.
Oh, yeah. Haven't seen one in a while. Dharn Moldir is a very closed place.
Well, I get the feeling there's going to be some new ones.
I mean, that's
And I immediately look at the councilman and go, "Shall we?"
she's the first properly sturdy human female I've seen.
She's just fat in the torso. Or I'm sorry, the councilman corrected me. She's what they call pregnant. She's with child.
No,
There are no children around here.
that's not how this works.
What do you
just
mean?
stubbornly not
Father,
gonna-
but I think that you may have a misapprehension about how, well, the birds and the bees, as they say, not a colloquialism that you might be familiar with. Well, you see, when a father and a mother love each other very much, she gets fat in the torso, and then there's a baby. Sometimes there are more than one, but
I
usually
find the
it's-
little fat in the torso comes before the other thing.
What?
Boy, I'm 166. Are we really having this discussion?
Well,
I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Let's edit this back. Son, I'm 219. Are we really having this discussion? I'm 166 pounds.
Oh, there you go.
well, I mean, I don't mean to insult you. I just think that, she's definitely pregnant.
She'd be laying eggs by now if that was the case.
Eggs, ooh.
The eggs came first, Father.
Here is not the place, and now is not the time, but I think that perhaps, Father Belhad, you and I, or maybe Henry, from from Councilman Amherst's staff, should have
Suddenly a city bus goes by and you hear a scream and it's Henry underneath it. Again.
should have a long and detailed conversation about how human babies are made.
Graphic, even.
Well, I am anticipating that with rapt attention, I'm sure.
Well, Father, don't forget the Undertaker, as it were, might be able to assist you in that education as well.
Oh, yeah, of course, because they'd have to bury them first. Because from the ground, the proper way. I knew it couldn't be that different.
This is turned out spectacularly.
So, at this point, Jazz Gruley, even with
Why
your
is that
10 passive perception, you see standing in the open and now previously vacated doorway of the sheriff's office, you see Sheriff Arn Kralis with this look on his face like, what the fuck is going on my stoop? What is wrong with these people? This is behind you is why you're not seeing it.
Anyway, this isn't as neither here nor there.
Speaking of
You said you knew her.
Dude.
Well, of course I did. Her husband, Mortimer, was
What?
my former butler.
Dude.
But I had just hired him
We're nowhere near the
2 weeks ago when all of the murders started.
But
So
you're
of
near the
course,
mountain,
you know, I couldn't trust him. So
But we're nowhere
he had
near
to
the
go.
mountain.
You dear.
Right,
near
you
the
had
dude
mentioned
without-
that.
She
That
was-
is
But
euphemism?
she seemed to be, I don't know if you heard, she
yes.
seemed to be
Yes.
under the impression that he was
It's in a
missing.
green can
oh, how
You're a
dreadful!
Greek fan.
inside of a blue and white
At this point-
monster sticker covered.
Sheriff
Stop owning me.
Kralis says, yes, she's saying that her husband went missing sometime yesterday afternoon. He was out trying to find work, never came home. When, you know, early hours of the morning, she started getting worried. Apparently, plastered posters all
the
over
sheriff's
town. There are
office-
3 on the sheriff's,
Isn't the sheriff's
Office
office near the inn
outside.
We were in?
just on this
I
building,
don't
but
think it
they're
was
everywhere.
terribly nearby.
She must
I'm
have
just
stayed up
wondering
all
if I have
night
to
making
go
these
flying
posters.
past them.
Good question.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Maybe we'll take a look at that. Anyway, we were here on different business.
well, come on in.
Yeah,
As you are
Sheriff.
entering the sheriff's office, Belhad following the sheriff, Jezruli following the councilman, he turns around and says to you, "Do dwarves really lay eggs and then bury them in the ground?"
I look at him and go, I have no clue.
Oh.
But what I do know is that I probably impregnated one of the female humans.
Well, I mean, if she was willing, I don't judge. You can tell by the look on his face, he's totally judging you.
That's cool. I slap him on the ass, tell him good game, get in the door.
Oh! He scuttles into the building. Close the door.
I get the feeling that there's a good chance he probably doesn't know what, if anything, there is for sexual orientation for dwarves. So he may not know what that exactly meant, or just told him I might have impregnated a human.
He really, he's just like,
I don't want to take that.
so, you get in, you close the door. Sheriff Kralis literally collapses into his chair. You're noticing now, he's thoroughly disheveled, like his shirt's not tucked in. He's got, one leg of his pants sort of jammed into his boots because he didn't even bother to fix it up properly. His hair's all mussed. You're going to assume that he was awakened rather suddenly and just had to dress himself enough to be presentable.
Sheriff, you look rough.
Ugh. Well, if I look half as bad as I feel, I must look like shit.
You're not feeling well. Please describe your symptoms.
Wait.
Overworked, underpaid, underappreciated.
Was he awakened by a thunderous boom this morning?
He was...
Because
He might have.
I did kind of make, a
You did
TNT
do that. You did
explosion
do that.
inside the house this morning.
But that was up the hill.
Have you ever heard a stick of dynamite go off?
19 medicine check. Social symptoms aside, specifically physical symptoms.
With your medicine check...
He's pregnant.
The eggs are fertile.
With your medicine check...
But he still has his head.
I wasn't insinuating that dwarves lay eggs. I just thought humans did.
Yeah.
But, of course, there is a bury in the ground kind of thing for dwarves, so they added both of those. I'm saying.
You can tell that he's just... He's probably not been sleeping very well. He's got, dark bags under his eyes. And just, his complexion is a little off. He's had some of those symptoms for the whole short while that you've known him, but it's definitely been getting markedly worse. And today, being rustled out of his bed by a very shrill, hysterical woman certainly didn't do him any favors. Also, with your medicine check, you're going to assume that as of right this moment, he has got a headache and a half.
I walk over and just grab his wrist.
You find a pulse. It's not thready or anything. It's steady. It's not harder than it should be, but you think that his blood pressure might be elevated.
Not that you're familiar with the blood
Yeah,
pressure.
like, versus a dwarf, it's like, phew!
Like, how are you not dead?
Somebody stabs you, it'd be like a rainbird. I will cast Detect Poison and Disease, just to be sure, because we have councilmen dropping like flies around here. And I do discover that I do have that slot still, so.
Okay. So you
It's
detect...
yours.
Yes, it is.
That's... How many of these do you own?
A lot.
One of them was in my box, the other one was in my thing. This is the one from my box, this is the one
this
from...
is mine now.
No, it's not. That one is yours.
I just
I have-
take the eraser off.
No. I
Okay,
use
yeah.
this.
So I do that.
Okay, so you cast... What is it? Detect... Thank you. That's ideal. Until I throw it
Imagine
on the
that.
floor.
That's why we do
Duration
those
may sense
things.
the presence, location, type of poison, disease, and poisonous creatures within 30 feet of you. You're not getting any poison pings.
Now we know he doesn't
With-
have poison in his office.
Yes.
Another reason why we do these things.
As far as disease, he might be coming down with a cold, but mostly he's just really run down. And it's, as far as you can tell, he is on the verge of utter exhaustion.
And possibly mono.
And possibly mono.
Who are you been
Or
kissing?
herpes, we're not real sure.
X.
Bird flu. Bird flu.
Bird flu, yes, bird flu.
He's got the Zika.
The mad cow disease.
Oh dear. No.
SARS.
SIDS?
Sickle cell. And why is that ironic?
Lamar. With the... Never mind.
What?
Also leprosy.
Oh, wrong campaign. I was thinking of the other sheriff who is black.
Okay, so,
Well,
The,
leprosy.
the one from Rune Lords.
yes.
He's black?
Yes.
Yep.
I
Well,
did not know that.
The picture representing his character is.
I never looked at
Baylor
it.
Hemlock.
I never looked at it that closely. I did not realize.
Anyways, so that's fine. He's just tired, mostly. Good. A relief to me. We had,
A relief to him as well.
you seem like, what you need is rest.
Hard to find. Everybody needs something. People going missing, people getting murdered.
Well, there's a limit to what you can do about it if you aren't at your peak. Perhaps, if you pardon the pun, you should try to disappear yourself.
He...
Ooh, I got an idea. Sheriff,
Just for a couple hours, anyway.
perhaps, if a man of your stature could allow yourself to be seen entering and exiting the local house of ill repute, perhaps the madam there could provide you with some peace and quiet while you take a rest there without you being bothered.
If you think for one moment that the people of this town would hesitate in the slightest to interrupt any little thing that I was doing to give me their every grief and complaint, you're insane.
Well, the naked
A man
tits and
can't
ass.
even take a morning crap without people pounding down the door of the outhouse.
Well, it occurs to me that
Need more deputies.
most people don't barge into the other councilman's home. I'm sure the councilman here would give you a place to stay for a couple of hours.
Councilman Carruthers perks up. Oh, certainly, would be splendid to have a member of law enforcement, official that is, abide in my home for a little while.
I can vouch for the beds in his place. They seem fine enough for you people.
Critters takes a modicum of offense at that.
Good. You should.
Right.
Don't notice.
Or you notice and don't care.
Yeah. I actively
You
don't
totally
try
noticed.
not to
You
notice.
just went.
Emma.
Talk to the hand thing.
Anyway, the reason we came down here, though, this missing person thing is a little worrisome, but especially since we wanted to talk to him some more, though I do think we might have talked to him already. Anyway, I was wondering if you had heard from, at any time, the councilman's son here, or your daughter, perhaps?
At the mention of his son, Councilman Carruthers looks at you sort of shocked, because,
He never told us.
like, why would that even be a question that would come up? He's like, perception checks.
No.
Yeah.
It is so terrible when I roll a perception less than my passive. It just bothers me.
14.
14. For a 14, at the mention
9.
of his daughter, he stiffens ever so slightly.
Which region stiffens ever so slightly?
Yikes.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yikes.
It's his daughter!
But I don't know these people like that.
Fucking creep.
For all I know, humans can eat their young.
Apparently they don't bury them properly.
I feel like it's a completely realistic question to ask the DM.
This crazy land.
I didn't mean it nearly as awful as it sounds.
No, it wasn't eggs. They reproduce asexually by dividing. That's what it was.
More like a tumor.
But they have to be pollinated.
Yes.
Yeah.
They require sunlight.
Yeah, unless you're probably not looking in the, direct region of his trousers,
Of course not.
but he just kind of goes, like, you
Nice
can
dick,
see
bro.
that the shoulders sort of cinch up a little bit, the eyes get a little wide, and he very purposefully freezes his facial features. Well, I haven't heard from Ferdinand since he went off for Percivalborough. What was that, Councilman? 2 years ago? Yes, very nearly 2 years. And then you see the Councilman lean in with, rapt attention.
Apparently he noticed. No, he was
He's
suspecting.
waiting to see what his response about Adela is. Well, Adela...
I'm trying to swat at Belhad because I haven't taken my eyes off Carruthers.
What?
I-
What in Dwarvish?
He knows something and got real awkward all of a sudden when you mentioned his kid.
Insight
Who
check.
knows something
Give me that.
in Dwarvish?
Yes, Councilman Carruthers.
It's
Something's
kind of
weird
important, in case I
when you
decide-
mentioned his child. He got awful tense unnecessarily.
You mean
He's rolling an insight.
Sheriff Kralis?
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
what you mean,
Yes.
yes.
Also, yes.
I don't know what you said. I wasn't
There's
paying.
a lot of fucking names going on this session, okay?
That's why I have a list.
17.
17. For 17, he's, by the way, sort of paused in answering because you guys were clearly having a little tete-a-tete of your own.
Yes.
Yeah, which we're
Um,
still doing, so
he's-
hold on just a second.
Okay. Can you turn that light on? I think, everybody's having difficulty reading their character
since
sheet.
I-
Fuck, that's worse.
Since I cast in Dwarvish, I am going to respond to Jazz Gruely's
Inquiry?
inquiry by responding oh, is that the case? I'm going to say, I'm going to appear to be irritated with your interruption. Don't take it personally. Probably respond to me in something else in Dwarvish while I do this next thing. And then I cast Zone of Truth. So we are still having our little aside, and I am casting it while looking increasingly irritated with Jazz. Like the thing he is telling me is just the stupidest shit that has ever been told to anyone ever.
Dwarvish, 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 and no one cares about the prostitutes.
Something about Aryan babies. Mating habits of the humans.
Alright. Glow in the dark.
I start to
die
look more and
is
more
the
at
sheriff.
the ground and less at Belhad.
Other one is the councilman.
I gotta get you the DC, and for some reason I had it here. Oh, that's right, because it doesn't say, because it's my spell DC. 15 is the number you're looking for.
Alright. And you know who passed and who didn't?
Yes, I know.
The sheriff passed, the councilman did not. He says that, I got a letter from Adela about 5 or 6 days ago. She's having a good time, staying with relatives. Insight check.
Fucking Matt. Kill him.
15 plus 7.
22. He is on the verge of tears.
Oh, she did.
She's super dead.
Sheriff.
He may or may not have gotten the letter.
Yeah.
Like so
You don't know, but he's definitely
Sheriff,
upset.
we're here, rude interruptions aside.
He just got launched under that bus. Are you looking sheepish in character? Like, I'm sorry.
But I explained it to him, so he is looking sheepish and enjoying the tactic.
He's looking down so that no one sees the devilish. It's like the Grinch that it curls around a couple of times.
Carruthers looks at me and I give him a quick glance, like, fuck you, buddy. I look back down.
Like you've not been yelled at ever. I'll yell at you right now. Sheriff, we're
I'm supposed to be protecting you, but I will fuck you up.
we're here to help.
Well,
If something isn't right,
she's just visiting relatives over in Percival Borough. I mean, if you're offering to help with some of my other problems, I appreciate you keeping an eye on Carruthers here, and if you felt the need to look into the missing persons reports, I'd certainly appreciate that. God knows I don't have, some
And
God, I don't
we-
know,
well-
knows that I don't have enough. Saren Ray knows. We'll go with Saren Ray.
Loki.
Don't have enough deputies to deal with the influx of trouble in this town.
and by Morden we will ask around and see if we can dig up any information about that. But, with very few exceptions, I've never seen the mention of someone's relatives have such an effect on a person. Are the relatives she's visiting really that bad?
Well,
Or
my in-laws, my wife is dead, and her family never really liked me much. Lawman, all that. So I'm not particularly welcome, but I miss my daughter, and he looks down, and he's very much aggrieved.
I feel like I should throw something at Dave.
why?
Oh,
Because he's an
awake.
asshole.
He's even got his eyes open. The fuck is wrong with you?
Because he didn't look like he was awake. He was all like...
You will know when he's not awake because he'll be snoring. We've got it on recording before.
Sometimes
That's
he
not true
doesn't
at all.
snore right away.
Percival Burrow.
I'm resting my eyes.
happening in town?
It's biggest town within a week's journey of here. At least three times the size of Wensleydale. I imagine their sheriff probably has more than his share of grief and aggravation. Comes with a job, I suppose, and he looks up like he's...
Do you happen to know the sheriff of Percival Borough? Do you, a name?
I don't have that
I get the
knowledge.
sense that we're probably going to have to go out there.
And talk to Sheriff Percy. That's what his name needs to be, just as an aside.
I never like to see a family estranged in such a way. Well, I have to talk to your daughter.
Well, I'm expecting her home. Well, I don't want her home till all this trouble blows over, you understand?
And that was sort of the impetus for my questions, both the councilman's offspring and yours being in a dangerous situation. I just wanted to make sure that they were accounted for.
At that, Carruthers loses his shit. What do you mean? What do you mean dangerous situation? Do you think that this trouble could extend to Percival Borough? Do you think that there's any danger for Ferdinand? Oh my goodness!
Yes!
I reach over and grab Carruthers by the shoulder, squeeze, not painfully so, but about the collarbone area, and tell him.
Are you trying to Vulcan neck pinch him as a
no,
dwarf?
No, just reminding him that. Yeah, I'm not tall enough for that.
No, Carruthers is not very tall. He's kind of a short, stocky man.
But just enough so that he knows I'm there, and I tell him, Councilman, please.
Chill the fuck out.
Calm yourself. If you need a moment to compose yourself, please take it. And I just slowly let go of him.
He's still sort of coughing and sputtering, and he's... Well, I never dreamed that anything could happen to Ferdinand. He's so far away, and he's staying with Lord Byron, and he's a squire, and, well, I sent Martha to her sister's house in another town that I forgot the name of, but not Percival Borough.
Cornville.
Cornhaven! We're going with Cornhaven.
Delightful.
Send Martha to her sister in Cornhaven, and, well... Do you think it could know that too? Do you think that Martha is in danger? Oh my god!
It's a good thing Trunk isn't there, because he'd get slapped.
Jess, it isn't working.
I grab him.
No, Councilman, it's not.
When you grab him, he's shaking all over, just losing his
I literally
mind.
just fucking baby shaking syndrome. Fucking.
The details are we wanted to make sure they weren't here. All right.
Ferdinand, he's not here. He's not been here for, nigh on 26 months.
Who fucking counts like that? These fucking humans.
Over 2 years. He's a squire, you know. A squire to Lord Byron.
Yes, we heard you the first time, Councilman. Please, calm yourself. Father, is there anything you have that can help this councilman relax?
Kralis hands him a paper bag.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you.
Not today,
After a few
unfortunately.
breaths,
Somebody needs to give
I
those
have
guys
just the thing,
poison.
but
are
I
you
need to
running
sleep
away?
first.
Trying not to die.
No, I have calm emotions. I can actually, but not prepared.
No, I'm not running away.
Maybe just because he's seen you heal people with a hammer. Maybe not cast a spell and
just go bonk. This helps, right?
You should feel better in 2 to 3 days. Something arbitrary.
As soon as the swelling goes down.
Well, we just wanted to check up and make sure that everyone was out of town. When did he say when he last saw his daughter? When did she leave?
He did not say specifically. She left on... He gives you a date that is 2 days before the first murder.
Does that jive with the letter?
What letter?
The letter we found.
The letter that said when she left.
It didn't say when she left.
Are you sure?
It did say when she left.
No.
I thought that specified when someone left.
Yeah, like, oh, and she left right then. I thought is what it says.
Give me a mo to find my shit, 'cause I keep all my stuff. Neither of these are the thing I'm looking for. Somebody has my prop.
I don't.
Well, I mean,
I know it's not me.
statistically speaking, it's your husband.
I am at a loss.
Probably
Good, that means we win by default.
on your desk.
No, it's probably like here, honestly.
You can't prove us wrong, we're right.
Anyway,
Sounds about right.
the whole thing is that when you're talking about the letter that that Kralis wrote to Amherst, correct?
We found like
No,
3
Kralis didn't write it.
What letter are you talking about?
The letter between the two council people didn't come from Kralis.
Carruthers, I mean to say.
Oh,
Too
yeah,
many,
yeah, that
too many
one.
C names.
And he was like, oh, and she left around the murders. I find that to be significant.
What he said in the letter was, I cannot remember now if it was before or after the first murder,
Okay.
but that he was going to look
Right.
into it.
I remember that as being the thing. Okay.
All right.
And you say you got a letter recently.
Well, about 6 or 7 days
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Would you mind terribly if I took a look at that?
Well,
I can't move you.
I
man.
didn't
I know.
keep it.
You.
Didn't keep a letter from your daughter.
Well, it was the usual. Hi,
I tried,
Dad.
Josh.
Everything's fine. See you when I get home. It kind of grieved me that she didn't write more, so I threw it in the fire.
Can you give me the address?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Maybe off the top of your address book.
I don't have my in-laws' address. She had it.
And it was on the letter which you burned. Sheriff!
Busy PJ. Jesus.
Don't take this the wrong
I
way.
had to do something with the letters. I could only do what I had done. And we had so much to work with.
That's all we found under the carpet.
But your behavior patterns don't match the concern and your bearing change.
He lets loose an exasperated sigh and says, Father, all due respect, my town is in an
I
upheaval.
said voluptuous.
The council is dropping like flies. He looks at Carruthers and puts a hand up before he can start, going apoplectic. My daughter was the only source of comfort and peace and happiness in my life. And she's been gone for over 2 weeks. I might not be thinking clearly. You'll have to forgive me.
Don't get bent out of shape. Well, I suppose we'll just have to canvass through Percival Borough. Somebody would probably know something. Could you give a description of your daughter?
Well, sure. She's about 5'4". She's got auburn hair, green eyes. She's got freckles.
Dibs.
5'4". Pretty tall.
Dibs on who?
Adela.
Hello. Sorry.
All right, thank you. Somebody ought to notice somebody that tall.
He's giving you the oddest look right now.
I'm just not thinking.
That sounds about right.
All right, so,
The sheriff is lying, and the sheriff did it all.
Jazz.
So-
And
I asked him if he
Belhad,
killed anybody. He said no. So
was
Yeah,
there...
but he also...
I actually asked him if he knew who killed the councilman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he made the save.
He made
No,
the
not the first
Not
time.
the first time.
Oh, the first. Okay.
So he didn't kill, and he didn't know who killed.
Do we know if he's ever killed anybody, period, or if it was more of a very specific...
I said
Shooter.
councilman.
Okay.
Did you kill the councilman?
Gotcha.
Do you know who killed the councilman?
Standard procedure. I just asked his question in a much more tactful way, so that I wasn't directly accusing him
Alright, so
that time.
you guys had gone there and done that thing. Are you doing anything else while you're here, or are you...
I glance to the window. Do I see a blur go by that happens to be Grognek?
I glanced to the wall.
Well,
Sweat drops down Trunk's balls.
Oh. Oh, these
hot in her.
bitches crawl.
Skeet, skeet, motherfucker.
Roll a perception check.
Skeet, skeet, goddamn.
Ah, skeet, 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 skeet.
That's the edited version.
Yeah.
I know.
The
I mean,
best part of the
I
proposal
am only running 16 miles an
What?
hour.
is Sandra Bullock.
18.
18.
What?
He's only running 16 miles
you
an hour. He gets mauled by a cheetah.
You see something that could conceivably be Grognek.
As it goes right about. Where is you?
I don't hear that in time to respond with yes.
Perfectly acceptable. All you hear is. Because you're running.
That's a short horse.
All right. So yeah, are you doing anything else while you're here?
No.
I warn the bellhead that I believe I may have just witnessed Grognek go flying by. And by flying, I mean running very quickly, as only the monk can.
Well, that speaks to a sense of urgency.
Yes.
Perhaps he's trying to get a hold of us.
Yes. Perhaps we should follow?
Well,
At a
not
more-
that quickly.
More sedate pace, perhaps.
Well, good day. We'll let you know if we find out anything on anything.
Thank you.
Anything you want us to, if we do get out there, to relate?
I, as the DM, don't understand your question.
A message for his daughter.
Tell her to come home safely.
Tie her up and drag her home. Got it.
Gotcha.
That's what I heard. And also tell the former in-laws to fuck off. Condescending bastards.
Message from the sheriff.
Bam! And this is coming with me.
You'll need
And
the
I'm
monk
referring to
for
the
that.
girl.
All right. So you are departing the sheriff's office.
Yes.
He is staying there. What are you doing?
I am pushing Councilman Carruthers to turn the correct direction that I seen Grognek going, because of course the councilman is just aimlessly walking into the street.
He's like following you. All right, Grognek. Where were you going again?
The inn that we were staying
You were
in.
going to the tavern. Okay.
Yeah, that place.
You arrive at the tavern. You're only slightly winded. Standing outside the tavern is someone who looks vaguely familiar, but you may not know him by name. He's dressed all in black,
Johnny Cash.
looks a little shifty-eyed, but is very clearly trying to look casual and nonchalant, and failing abysmally.
You suck at that. You must be looking for me and my friends.
Oh, yes, a dwarf.
It's only the shiftiest people we attract.
You're not,
No, I'm not the one you're looking for.
you're
but I
not
know
drunk,
where he
but,
is.
but you're one of the other ones. We found that bloke
Fuck is that
you was
supposed to
looking for. He's in the tavern.
In there now?
He's been there for a couple of hours.
Uh-oh. I don't think this is going to go well for him.
Oh dear.
Well, 3/4 of the group's on our way.
Like, yeah, but like the sober elements
Yeah.
are just tottering over there.
I'm gonna need you to point him out to me.
Don't
Nonchalantly.
He just walks in. Right there he is.
There!
Well, I don't really need to point him out to you. There's only, like, 3 people in there.
That's 2 more people than I need.
Well, one's a little old lady, and the other one is the guy who works there. So,
So I'm looking for a little old lady. Thank you. Tackle!
Alright, gotcha. Get the little old lady.
he's got like a mustache, and like he's wearing black, sort of like this, but like not as black, you know. It's bargain basement black.
times infinity.
Slightly
Whatever.
darker black.
No.
Go back to your
official
your
Thieves
building
Guild black.
place thingy. The person you were actually looking for is there. I'm gonna go get this.
Person we was.
You know the one other friend of mine that you were looking for?
Oh, you mean Trunk?
That
Yeah,
I
if you got
wasn't.
anything else, he's probably walking over here, but very slowly.
The guy would be like, no, you're not Trunk either.
He looks down the hill. Doesn't see anything. Trunk, what are you doing?
I was going to the healers
You were going to the healers.
to hang out with Tim.
Go ahead and be a bitch about it.
What? How many roll 20 rings do you need?
2.
He's
I
got-
lost one of them and then found it.
So
But I
Lost
ordered
one of it, bought a new one, found the first one.
Yeah.
So the answer's 2.
Isn't that
I mean, if you
difficult?
want one,
No.
We
I'm just
tried
kidding.
this
No, it
at
does-
last session.
Yeah.
It was on the recording of you trying to put it on. It
It's
doesn't even
huge.
fit on your
Wouldn't it
thumb.
be easier if you had that on the other finger?
Did you?
yeah, but
Look.
I didn't.
The Schwartz is strong with this one. Spaceballs? No one?
Yes.
Yeah, I
How
get it. I am
restricting
laughing.
would that
I
be?
see you
Ugh.
have the ring, and your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Thank you.
Super restricting. Anyway,
So I'm gonna
it's
go
like
into
that
the
cucumber that grew through the
Okay.
fence.
I'm gonna walk up to the bartender and tell him that I'm going
Oh my
to
God.
incapacitate somebody and not to freak out.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Nah, crap.
Let's see how bad you fuck up the campaign.
Right? Oh, not that bad. All
I
right.
kill our only witness.
Nice.
21.
21. As soon as you walk in the doors,
42.
you see some guy who's been, like, you can assume from the posture that he's adopted, where he's sort of slouched in his chair and he's staring at this bowl of porridge like it's gonna come to life and do something. And then the door opens, he looks up and straightens up. And is bless you, and is suddenly much more alive and attentive than he seemed but moments
I'm
ago.
not very good at this.
He's not.
But we haven't noticed.
But
it.
remember, neither was Jeremy. So, that was a thing. So you walk up to the barman. Now this is not Frogmorton stock, because it's still pretty early in the day. This is still the nighttime guy.
Yeah, but I
which
met the
is-
nighttime guy once.
Yeah,
so.
his name is Samuel. You met him.
I know exactly how I would play this if I were not Bellhead. I'd like a bowl of your hottest soup.
Oh, my bad.
So, you walk up to Samuel. Oh, good morning. You here for some breakfast?
No.
It'll be 6 gold.
Some ale?
No, I don't need that either.
I just need to take that guy. Oh,
How much for the human?
that guy. He's been sitting there, staring at that bowl of porridge for 2.5 hours. He's been waiting for us.
Just as a reminder.
I really hope that
Yeah, they
at
can't
least some
hear
of
that.
it. That's a really good
Yeah, no,
microphone.
you're
I
right.
just hope that
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, they
coming
probably
out.
didn't hear me whispering that. crap.
All they heard is cicada dits out there.
Stage whisper.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for us.
By the way, that was amazing.
What?
They're called cicadas or katydids, and you called them cicadadids.
I'm hedging my bets, alright? That's what I do.
Caryatids, they... Never mind. Greek architecture joke.
That is how I will refer to them from now on.
Cicadids.
Cicadids.
Everybody knows the fuck you're talking about.
Cicada didn't.
Oh, golly jeez.
You are welcome.
Okay, so if, just in case, we can edit this out if it did work, in case the audio did not come across, Grognek gestured over his shoulder at the guy and says he's just here for that guy. Samuel says, that guy. That guy has been staring at that bowl of porridge for 2.5 hours. And Grognek says he was waiting for us.
I think you could probably edit that out.
It just depends on if the whisper came across or not. Alright, Grognek. What are you doing?
Is he still looking? Is he looking at me?
No. He is very pointedly not looking at you. He is now actually eating this bowl of porridge. And if you look at him very closely, are you looking at him very closely?
Oh, yes.
He's not super pleased with it, because it's gone cold and kind of gross. And he doesn't have any honey to go with it.
So
he's
don't
eating
order
it
food.
like it's a chore.
You order a beverage.
So I'm going to walk up to him. I'm just going to put my hand on his shoulder and go, if you wanted that to be good, you should have ate it when you ordered it and not waited for us.
I've already eaten.
Well, I technically didn't order it. It was just sort of put in front of me. I think they expect me to pay for it, even though I didn't order it.
Oh, you're probably going to pay for it.
With
I mean,
your
you're
life.
going to pay for it.
You're gonna pay.
He looks up.
And also, you're going to take a little trip, willingly or unwillingly. It's really up to you.
I...
These guys aren't very good.
They're not.
And they're from the what guild?
They're from the Mercenaries Guild in Percival Borough.
And we didn't figure out who
What kind of
hired...
fucking mercenary guild that the Percival got going on?
We couldn't get who hired them from the last one, right?
He didn't know.
But Phil might know, is that...
That's the theory.
That is a theory that you are operating on. That is not something that Jeremy ever said.
He subcontracted the night
we'll
work.
find out. We'll find out. One way or a few broken fingers.
Oh,
later,
we will break our way up this chain.
And we'll break this chain apart.
You
Till I
are the
find
weakest link so far.
Alright, so...
We're stronger than the last, but you still broke.
You have a guy who is looking a little nervous.
He should. I'm not known for being nice to people.
He's sitting, but he's sitting, you're standing, you're approximately the same height currently. So he just kind of looks over, and then he sort of shakes his head. He goes, I suppose it would be too much to ask for the one who catches me to be the little old geezer.
That wouldn't be any better.
You don't really want that either.
That's not much better, because
Turn on
He's just thoroughly chagrined at this point. He's like, alright, where are we going?
with the archaic hammer, just laying waste to things as you're walking arbitrarily.
Spiritual weapon.
Yes. That wouldn't be any better for you.
I mean, he does carry a big hammer.
way I use my walk. It's just fucking laying waste.
I imagine him doing that strut.
Yes.
Do it.
But a slow, very meaningful version of it, though.
Yeah.
It's only
Splinters,
Melhite can.
like, just going, it's doing the thing where it punches through something and then comes out the other side in the other direction.
Alright. So you have this guy. He's chagrined, but he's not causing you any trouble at present. No. It's so bright.
Hi, guys.
Oh my god.
Hi. Everyone's waving at me. Hello. Hello.
All of us are like,
Hello.
If I'm gonna be flashed, I expect it to be better than that.
I mean,
It's not
Josh, I don't know how much
not
better
an
you get.
invitation.
Yeah.
Part of the better than that involves another person.
Bless you.
A whole nother person.
You hope, otherwise it's just hairy nipples all up in here.
I did say voluptuous.
Sure you did.
All right. We're going to digress from you for a moment. Trunk.
Yes.
You arrive at the healer.
Is the alchemist there?
His cart is next to the healer, but the flaps and everything are currently closed.
I'm gonna climb up on the cart. Like, is there like a door at the back?
Yes.
Okay,
Is
that's
the
what I
cabbages
mean.
in the cart?
But you're just like on top of the thing. Go, woo!
No,
Woo!
no,
Oh,
no.
you should totally do that.
No,
Just
that'd be weird.
go kart surfing.
I mean, don't encourage me because I'll do it.
hey, if you, later on, when we get it back, you stay up there. I'll grab on the front of the cart and I'll just take off.
Fuck yes. We're doing this. I knock on the back door.
Oh.
1 moment, please.
Open up.
Maybe 2 moments.
You forgot it's
Open
the police.
up.
I'm coming. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Bang, bang, bang.
Fuck, Josh. Jesus.
Seriously.
Can
stop
we
it.
not?
I'm
Can
not
you-
doing that.
Don't put it here where it just goes right for my eyeballs.
Put it
It's good for you.
No,
Don't
it's
put it
not.
anywhere.
Blinds you and such.
anyway.
So a little window in the door opens up. It is about like 5 or 6 inches above head level for you.
I crouch a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh my gosh!
I have come for
Oh!
your soul.
Sorry, my dear sir. 1 moment, please. 1 moment. He closes the little window. You hear several latches being
There's another window
disengaged.
farther down.
No.
That's
But
we're
that
gonna
would be
slide the
funny.
joke in.
As we
like
stand up and
just like the guy in Bree. So he unlocks the door. You hear, as a thief, you hear at least 4 separate locks of different types being undone. There's like a deadbolt, there's a chain, there's a couple other things that you're not even super familiar with, and then the door opens.
As he opens it, I shoulder it a bit to encourage it to open.
Alright, strength check.
It's finally not terrible with that dice. Give me. Oh, it's still pretty terrible. 13.
Alright, it doesn't shoulder quite as well as you would have expected.
At the very least, I get my foot in the road so he can't shut it.
Well, careful there, young sir. Very, volatile chemicals in here, don't you know? Anyway, what can I do for you this beautiful morning?
Let's talk about poison.
Ah. Come in.
Mm-hmm.
He invites you in. He looks around. Closes the door behind you.
Tea? No, I don't think so.
So, I don't remember if I gave
Tea?
you an apt description of the guy before, but he's kind of tall, kind of lanky, unruly, sort of mop of red hair.
Sallow.
Like, really big eyes. Like Peckham. Really big eyes.
So you're describing Carrot Top.
I'll
No.
use my credit card.
What the fuck?
So he is, as
White guy
opposed...
doing an impression of an Asian guy doing an impression of a white guy.
I know.
So, unlike a lot of the people that you might have encountered so far this morning, he is very obviously, like, wide awake, and,
As awake as we are.
yeah, he's been up for a while.
Curious.
He
Murder.
he moves He moves some vials off of the only chair in the wagon and invites you to sit, and then he himself perches on the cot that he obviously sleeps on. So, what manner of poison are you interested in?
I need you to identify poison for me.
Oh,
Tea.
well, I have some brewing here if you would like some tea.
Tea.
Oh, is this a...
This is the poison, yes.
Oh!
This is what has been poisoned.
Oh. Okay. I thought that you had a, proprietorial blend that you would rather have, but, let's not drink the poison tea, shall we? But, in all honesty, would you care for a spot of tea?
No.
Okay.
Forgive me if I don't trust tea at the moment.
Alright,
I've identified, what was it, Foxglove and Nightshade? But
alright.
there's something else.
Something else, you say. Alright, well, this'll take me a little bit, but, in the tea leaves, you say?
You got 30
Fascinating.
seconds, go.
If not in the leaves, something added to the tea after brew.
Well, I don't really smell anything out of the ordinary.
It is, what, a day and a half old? 2 days?
Amherst would have been killed, I believe, yesterday. But it was earlier in the day yesterday, because yesterday was a fucking long day for you guys. It was like 4 sessions.
Just over a day old.
Alright. Well, let's, so you're certain that it is, Nightshade and Foxglove?
That's what I've been able to identify.
Ah, yes, okay, well, let us examine further.
Now, as an aside,
I'm no stately alchemist, you understand.
how this should play out is exactly the same as it did in Swordfish when he's trying out for the team.
I am not blowing this back, okay?
Well, someone's got to hold a gun to his head. The girl's got to blow him. You should have brought one of the working girls from the House of Ill Repute.
I'm not blowing the guy.
You don't have to! You blow out his brains if he doesn't do what you want him to do.
I mean, I can do that anyways.
You can hold your gay little mini crossbow to his head or something.
Do I have a crossbow?
Yeah, you do. It's on your fucking arm, remember?
That's right. It's a hand crossbow, thank you.
Whatever. It's gay and it's tiny. It's human of you. It's quite dainty.
You're dainty.
Alright.
It's not what your mother said.
So he pulls out a set of sort of like wide-tipped tweezers, puts on a pair of big giant goggles, and he uses the tweezers and pulls out a couple of tea leaves, and he flips some lenses down over his goggles and starts looking at it with a magnifying glass. And,
Alchemists.
interesting. Very
Weirdos.
interesting. Some of the tea leaves are still very obviously, green. Like, in a way that... Well, they look like tea leaves. Some of the other ones are almost tinged black. So we'll separate out the black ones. So he starts fiddling around.
The black tea.
Right?
But-
There's
But like an oily black. Very unhealthy looking black. So he starts scrutinizing them further and he goes, yes, Foxglove, yes, Nightshade, yes. What is this?
that's why I'm here.
He ignores your very existence.
God damn it.
Yes, what is this?
He's ignoring me.
I'm ignoring
I'm stealing his shit.
Right? 18 sleight of hand. I want to pocket something. I don't care what it is.
Acid.
Near to hand
Without
are...
a cork, I think. Yes, without a cork.
Tingles.
Near to hand, there are several empty vials. There
what-
is
something with something
something
in it.
that is labeled cure moderate.
That sounds like a thing.
What did you get for your sleight of hand?
18.
Alright. So he's going to
His
roll
left testicle.
a
That's
perception
what you got
at
for
disadvantage.
Does this help you out there, buddy?
He has absolutely no idea what's going on. He's totally absorbed.
Works for me.
It's not the cheapest of potions.
Hey,
Right.
cash register. Get the register.
It doesn't.
Give
he
me
doesn't
all the
have a
money in the
register.
cash register.
There is no cash register. This is his actual, like, living quarters in here, but
Sure.
also a workspace.
Sure, there's a register or a safe or something.
There's a
Coin
mattress.
So, after some while, he says it has very peculiar properties. I cannot identify it just yet. I need to run some further tests.
You do whatever you need. I'll be here.
Well, it could take some time.
I
I can
will
identify
be
it.
here.
I can identify it if I add a cure moderate potion to it. Oh damn!
Alright,
Well,
I knew you were going to need that. Here it is.
I was.
he flubbed his roll the first time, so I guess we'll try it again. That's much better. Alright, let's see how long this took. After about a half hour, he's been, like, grabbing various substances off of shelves, and he, puts a little bit of a drop of one on the tea leaves and then watches it very closely for a reaction. Finally, you smell this horrible, acrid smell, like burning flesh and hair.
Excuse me, did you need to do that with me in here?
You said you would be right here. These are the experiments anyway.
You at least open the door when you do that.
Well, if I open the door, then anyone would come in. Anyway, I have your answer.
Air your butt out.
It was the tea leaves.
Of course.
Incidentally, that smell of
What?
burning flesh and hair has a subtle hint of Earl Grey.
What, Poolong?
Nice.
What?
What?
I mean, it's not a thing.
Gandalf the Gay.
Oh! Oh, dude!
Fair enough.
Yep. You can't even argue with
I'm
it.
gonna turn over the kudos I got for Poolong right over to you.
I don't know, I'm a fan of the poo joke.
I feel like that should give him like one of those white dyes.
It's not supposed to be out
No,
of
he
game.
doesn't get a white one. He gets a green one for
perfect-
making me laugh.
Perfectly happy splitting the kudos.
Incidentally,
Well, should
you
I?
get one too for the Poolong joke.
Thank you.
Gandalf.
I put it there. I figured we shouldn't just have the pirate hat, because...
Right.
I found your answer. It's something that I never would have thought. That's why it took me so long to come up with it.
Okay, tell me what it is instead of dancing around it.
Well, it's hard to explain. It's not a substance that's found in nature. It's something that is made. Well,
it is tea.
No, not the tea. The tea is made in nature. I'm led to understand. This substance is what is known by alchemists as necrotic acid.
That sounds bad.
Oh, well, yes, it's highly deadly. And, of course, mixing it with nightshade and foxglove, it just certainly seems like overkill to me.
Because of the
Overkill.
That's what we call overkill.
What we call psychotic. Because certainly the necrotic acid by itself is more than enough to kill a person, especially if they used enough of these tea leaves to make a cup or even a pot of tea. He would have been dead instantly.
So could it be that somebody was poisoned twice by different people? Or was somebody just going way overboard?
Honestly, without knowing the person or the motives or anything of the sort, I couldn't hazard a guess as to what...
councilman.
Oh, yes, I have heard about some... Excuse the heck out of me. Some of the ghastly happenings. That's why I've been making myself rather scarce as of late. Well, I mean, I don't know who's behind the killings of the council people, but I suppose anything is possible. It could be possible that 3 separate people tried to murder him, but one thing is for certain, one of them is an alchemist or a necromancer, someone who has knowledge. It's this necrotic acid, it's not something that just anyone can get. It's made, well...
Made by an alchemist.
Well, it...
Which would seem to be scarce in these parts.
It's made by...
Alchemists.
basically distilling a dead body and doing some magic sorcery over it. And I personally have no sorcery skills whatsoever, which is why a necromancer is more likely to be your target. Yes, I'm sure of it. Insight check.
So, you're a necromancer now.
The murderer.
Nope. I believe you. You seem like a good egg. But you're not going anywhere.
I'm here anyway. This is my usual day to be
I always
here in
want
town.
a second opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a friend stop by
A friend?
and ask you the same questions I've asked.
That seems a bit odd.
Well, he is a bit odd. But I'm gonna stay here with you until he gets here.
Does he know where to find you?
Oh yes, I've made sure he knows.
In the meantime, would you care for a spot of tea?
No.
Do you mind if I? Because
If you die, I'll kill you.
You ruined this for me, I swear to God.
We will have ways to make you talk, even in death.
All right.
That should be seriously intimidating.
No matter how long we have to wait for level 5.
We will have next level.
So he
You're willing to go do some next level shit on your ass?
sets about. You
I
know,
shouldn't have emphasized
he's got
ass.
some things boiling in corners, and he takes a look at things and stirs them, and
You should totally start fiddling with his experiments.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
he will not allow that. As soon as you even get
Should
close
totally
to
start
things,
slipping tea and everything.
He grabs you physically and hauls you back.
Nope.
And says, very, very dangerous explosives, you know.
Very dangerous dwarf, you know.
Well, yes,
Apparently.
I'm sure that is the case, but I would still rather you not blow us both up.
You
Yes.
should just say sounds like fun and just start knocking shit over.
Like a dwarf in a china shop.
Use your hand crossbow to shoot at what you believe to be empty vials that are just arbitrarily stacked among
like that. What was that? No,
Wrecking shit.
Alright, so you're sitting there, he's fiddling with all of his shit.
Darling.
Just, every now and again, he'll give you a look, why is this person just sitting here staring at me?
and every now and then I reach for a potion.
Now he's paying much more attention to you.
I'm not trying to take it this time. I'm
Okay.
just trying to piss him off.
You succeed. You
are a
fully
worrisome SOB.
in pissing him off.
Like staring blatantly.
Well, that particular one, that is a potion of spider climb. Yes. Could be very helpful if you have to scale a wall or something like that.
You should just drink it and
We will
start
be
climbing
taking
about
that.
this place.
We will be taking that.
I'm going to watch you from the ceiling now.
What's the cost on this one?
A lot.
Sounds candy.
Fuck you, Dave.
Oh, I mean, can't just say things, can
Hey,
you?
dude, seriously, just wonder how well it works.
I mean, it's fucking spider climb. Are you kidding me? I'm a thief.
Fine.
Spider climb is awesome.
Does this even have the thing in it?
It's good for thieves. It's good for ranged people.
It's good for monks.
It's
When
good
they,
for people who are about
wanna
to
climb a
fall
wall.
off a friggin' clock tower and
You just
fucking
get to
die.
do it for
Right?
the most part anyway.
Well,
You don't stick, but you can get up there.
yeah, but it's not quite the
I don't
same.
even know.
Well, you got to get in melee anyway. You can't just hang out on the ceiling of a 20-foot cavern, pin cushioning the enemies below you without any recourse on their part.
You want that?
But I can. I can totally do that.
Right?
I mean, I can just make stalagmites.
Well, you
know?
do got your noodle arms. I did forget about your noodle arms.
It's a distance thing, It seemed appropriate. I don't know.
No.
It doesn't.
That was not.
Thing
Well,
has-
fuck you
I
guys.
think
Seems
I-
culturally
I
insensitive.
think
Racist.
Oh.
I think I should be
Wow.
able
I got
to,
the eyes for
fight
that too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
That
a
is now my go-to.
10,000 gold piece potion.
What?
It's like a 10,000 gold piece potion.
Yeah, it's not cheap, but for some reason this thing doesn't
Spider
have
twine?
any.
It's not that bad. It's like
It's probably like
$750 probably.
three grand.
Are we still talking?
He quotes you a price that is higher than the actual.
You guys spider
price
climbed all over
of
the place.
thing.
It wasn't that big.
I
of a-
laugh
will-
loudly and blatantly.
But wasn't that because he had a thing?
What?
Yeah. But he still it still costs him like half to make that shit.
Yeah. There's still a gold cost to make.
Anyway, he quotes you an amount that is slightly higher than the going market price.
I put it back just as slowly as I took it.
You
Apparently Spider's not the only
are
thing climbing.
probably the only one who would know that it's slightly higher than
inflation.
market value. Because nobody else, there aren't any other alchemists in here, in this town, to, try to keep prices down. He has a monopoly on stuff like this. Anyway, so, moving right along, back to Jazz and Belhad. You have left the sheriff's office. Where you goes?
Following the blur.
Alright, the blur was heading in a
Tavern direction.
toward the tavern direction.
So we will get there eventually at 20 feet per 6 seconds.
Alright.
So we're there.
Grognek, were you basically just holding him there until
No,
they
I was
arrived?
gonna walk him out the door, but not, take off running or anything.
But
Okay.
you probably get to there then.
So you walk him out the door, and you see coming down the main drag there from the sheriff's office, which is, can't remember if it's like right next door, might be 2 doors down. It's really close, but they're walking in your direction.
Hey, other people!
So, Jazz and Belhad, you see a familiar-looking dwarf and a human man that you have never seen before, but he's wearing clothing that is of a very similar look and color to what Jeremy was wearing.
Also, hey, old man, you need to talk to this guy.
Not you, Councilman. He's referring to the father.
New pet?
Well, decision of whether or not I need to break him.
How worried does this guy look now after hearing that?
He looks, like, concerned, certainly.
Since you're a lot faster than we are, I'm assuming we didn't get that far away from the sheriff's department by the time he got there, tousled the guy a bit, and...
You didn't have that far to go.
Yeah.
So 3 doors down
So-
scenario.
So,
And I'm not running out, I'm just,
Yeah.
walking out.
So, the thing is...
Because I don't think that guy can run as fast
Zone
as
of
me,
Truth
and I don't
lasts
feel
for
like
10
dragging
minutes.
his feet down to
Okay.
nuts.
Do I have time left on that?
Sure.
Okay. Why
Because
don't
you just casted it as
Yeah.
you... Yeah.
Why don't you take him back to the sheriff's department with us? Ask him some
That's
questions.
Yeah,
That's better.
Okay. But you should ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I ask questions, he's just going to wind up bloody.
You have a weird way of communicating with
Yes, I do. It's very violent.
him. Clearly.
But it gets
So you're taking him
questions
back
answered.
to...
Kralos' office because there's still a zone of truth in effect there.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a
So you go back...
15 on his part.
You... Plus his mod.
What an asshole.
So this was entirely in vain?
Alright, we'll just do it the other way.
Heard him. There
No,
you go.
other way.
Yeah.
It is going to be bloody.
We're going to do it the fun way.
When you get back to Kralos' office, he's sitting with his head in his hands. You're not sure if he's weeping or trying desperately to sleep. But the door opens, and he's real irritated.
Hey, I told him to go to the house.
We did tell him to go to the councilman's.
He did. But it's the middle of the day. Well, it's morning.
Garbage insight, so never mind.
Yup.
So,
Now what?
Grognek, I'm making some assumptions on who this person is. Would you like to...
Well, I know he was looking for us. He's the guy that was what's his name's partner.
Oh, Phil. Phil, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, Phil, that's his name.
Oh. I'd ask you how you knew my name, but I'm guessing that idiot Jeremy blabbed on me.
Hello, Phil.
Jeremy
Wait, who's
didn't
Jeremy?
have much of a
The other guy
choice.
who got tied up. Sven was
What'd you
watching
do to
it.
Jeremy?
Oh, that guy.
That's a lesson that you may learn if you don't cooperate.
Aw,
Is he not cooperating?
that's my sister's boyfriend. If you've gone and killed him, she'll never forgive me.
Well, I mean, there may not be anything left of you to forgive. So, I mean, there's that.
Got that going for
Oh,
you.
come on now, sir. I'm the only support my sister has, especially if her bleeding boyfriend's been killed.
Well, he's not
Sheriff.
dead yet that I know of.
Sheriff, this gentleman and his associates were tailing us during our investigations.
That a fact. He eyeballs Phil. Gives him hairy eyeball.
And what's Phil's response?
Phil, just so we can...
No. Does he really like?
A little bit, he's like, because the look,
No
like,
verbal.
with the,
I'm hoping Kralis poured all of his frustrations into...
that one look. So between the fact that Kralis looks bedraggled and beleaguered as hell, and he's just so tired of this shit, he just puts all of that and he focuses it down into this one, that a fact. And the guy goes, ugh. Like, suddenly I'm scared.
All right, Phil. Now I'm going to ask you some questions.
Alright.
Want to line up the information that we've already obtained. Looking for confirmations. Who hired you?
Well, the job came into the mercenary guild, and Jack, he gave it to me and Jeremy.
Hey, wait,
I don't...
Jack, we got a new name. Where's Jack?
Well, Jack's in Percivalboro.
All roads lead to Percivalboro.
I feel like I'm gonna have to burn the city to the ground.
Also, yes.
So you have no idea who originated the contract.
Well, no, I mean, we're pretty low in the pecking order, and, well, they don't tell us who hired us for the job, they just
Don't
tell
they-
us what the job is.
That's funny, because Jeremy seemed to be a little more clued in than you are.
Well, that don't make no sense. Jeremy's new. He's only been in the guild for
So, do you
2
think he's-
weeks.
Do you think he's lying? I think he's lying.
I think he could use some encouragement.
I just smile.
Perhaps
Perhaps you should,
incentivize him to speculate.
perhaps you should go for a walk. Come back in a minute. Just walk around the building real quick.
Don't forget the sheriff's still sitting at his desk.
I'm going to encourage him to go for a walk too.
Yeah, I doubt he's
The-
going to leave his
The
office.
sheriff.
I'm hardcore bluffing for my part of this bad cop.
All right, go ahead and roll a deception check.
No.
Fun with it.
Incidentally, at your very thinly veiled threats, Grognek, Sheriff Kralis just goes, "It seems like you boys have this very well in hand. Could you take care of it anywhere but here? Just let me know how it turns out."
Absolutely. Sheriff, you'll step with me outside on the
8.
stoop.
Go ahead and roll it with advantage.
Okay.
To whip your ass right on the
'Cause,
stoop of the
like-
sheriff's department.
There are members of the party who aren't bluffing.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Which is
bluffing.
why I'm giving you advantage.
I'm actually going to hit him.
Fuck!
Wow.
7!
Well, the 8 was
It's
better.
better.
So what was your total?
Daddy needs a new pair of
What the number I told you? I have a 0.
All right. Well, he's not super afraid of you.
Well, bring the pain.
He doesn't think that. I mean, you seem like a nice old chap, and he doesn't think that you would allow Grognek to pummel him into putty.
Stay here. I'll be back.
But you gotta grab him by the ankle, drag him out into the dirt
Pull his
street.
feet out from
Yes,
under him,
that's
and
how you have to do
haul
that.
him
So
off.
you would have done that? Okay.
That's how you need to do that. I'll keep the councilman out of your way.
Okay. So I'm going to grab his ankle.
You know, Grognek, that I can't keep up with you.
That's true. I'm going to grab his ankle and
Seriously, this
take
is-
off running.
All right, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Wham,
Trying to
bam,
pull the
thank you,
man's
ma'am.
feet out from under him with 180 pounds standing on him.
Yeah, I think 15 will probably pull him.
For a 15, you pull him off balance, but you don't quite make it out the door.
He's fatter than you thought.
He starts, hopping around on the one foot that he still has down.
Punch him right in the nuts. That'll drop that way.
Wham! And as a dwarf, you get uppercut bonuses.
It's true.
He's gonna start hopping on it. I'm gonna punch him in the back of the knee.
But you're pulling
You
it.
No.
can't
You're not-
possibly.
yeah,
that's
that's-
not how the human body works. That's not how the
All
dwarven
right.
He's not
body
a
works.
flamingo.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't bend.
He's
No
alive.
way
He's
for that
alive,
to
the
work.
monk. He gets around behind you.
Yeah.
Not while he's holding his other foot.
He's watch the birdie. Watch the birdie. Slam! What the hell is happening?
Totally pull that off.
Okay, so I see what's happening. I reach over and just push my big dwarf foot into the crevice of his knee and watch him collapse.
Yeah, he crumples. Roll me a dexterity check, because he is hopping around.
Stop struggling.
He's hopping around, you
Keep it up,
gotta,
you're gonna rip his fucking foot off.
gotta make sure that you hit him where you mean to.
Well, that's a 17.
Also, I did take off running. So
You're gonna have to get you
I don't know how can he hop
18.
with my running speed?
Because you didn't, take off. You were trying to grab him and drag him, and he's fighting against you, and he still has a foot under him. What'd you say?
It's an 18 with my modifier.
Alright. You nudge him right in the crook of the knee, right as he's coming down to hop again, and he starts to come down, and then all of a sudden the support of his leg is no longer there, and he crumples with his leg underneath him, and ends up, twisting sort of midair, so that the foot that Grognek has is now up instead of down.
There you go.
Ow!
Yes.
Sheriff Kralis is just sort of amused. I'd really rather he not bleed on my floor.
Don't worry. I'm just gone.
I just look at Jazz
Is he
Grueling.
going to be alive?
Well, we better go after him to make sure he doesn't hurt the lad.
Yes. He's almost killed 3 people, Councilman. I'm
yes,
just creating
I-
idle
I have
conversation
heard.
as I shuffle the councilman out the door.
I think it
Turns
is
out-
about.
it
It is
is
about
true.
3 people.
It's true.
That's the funniest part, is all of this stuff we're doing is just, the councilman is just here for all of it.
No, he wasn't there for the guy that I tackled in the basement.
No. I mean, just this. He's just
I
chilling.
feel like a lot of this is vaudeville type humor, and it's fantastic.
He wanted us. Councilman is generally okay with it. He wanted to just to kill the guy we found last time.
Yes, he very much was wanting you to rip Jeremy limb from limb.
And I am perfectly fine with the Malcolm X mentality by any means necessary. I'm okay
All right.
with that.
So you're motoring through town, dragging
I'm
this
going-
guy behind you.
I'm going to the Thieves Guild that I'm just going to go use their building because we were in there once.
You were in there twice.
Yeah, well, twice now.
You going to
The barn basement, or
The
Yeah,
barn.
that barn.
Are you in the barn, or are you going below the
I'm
barn?
just going to go into the barn.
Okay.
The barn's closer.
So you go into the barn on Flower Street.
Plus, it's like a creaky old barn. That's pretty intimidating by itself.
Plus,
Well,
there's
I
got to
mean-
be some manure about.
When you bleed in here, it's just going to be on hay.
Right.
And we're going to rake it
I
up
mean-
and burn it.
I mean, he may not bleed in here. Let's see how high I can throw him.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to throw him at the ceiling. I'm going to play catch with him until he starts speaking the truth.
Okay,
And also until the rest of the people show up. But I'm not going to catch him.
It's like
I mean, I'm going to throw him, but I'm not going to catch him.
Alright, roll me a strength check.
Really in everybody's incentive to fail my zone of truth save.
Right.
Yeah,
Way
it's
better
a bad
for them.
idea.
Way better for them to
So
just...
with mod 20.
Violence.
With mod
ensues.
20, alright. Roll me...
that beautiful bean
a-
footage.
Have you got a full set of dice with you?
Yeah, I get 2 full sets.
Alright, roll me a d4, please.
I feel like you're gonna have to roll like internal bleeding.
No, 3.
You throw him 30 feet in the air.
Gonna bust a rib, pierce a lung.
Do you make any effort whatsoever to catch him?
Jesus.
Or do you just let him...
I'm just going to let him try to catch himself.
That's not even.
Okay.
Come on.
There's
man.
hay in there. He'll be okay.
You're gonna kill him before we can get there. Do you know how
No.
fast the old man walks? Jesus.
That's only a d6 worth of damage falling from 30 feet.
No,
That's
no.
3d6.
Yeah, that's a d6 per 10 foot.
He's gonna try
Die.
and do a dexterity saving throw to negate 10 feet of that. He's actually going to manage to negate 10 feet of that, so he's only taking 9 points of damage from the other 20 feet of the fall.
Thanks.
He's laying crumpled. Parts of him are definitely fractured.
So that old man will fix most of that when he gets here. But in the meantime, you want to speak the truth now?
I haven't said anything that wasn't the truth.
See, I'm not believing you. And it's going to be a minute.
He's real tottery.
What was you asked me who hired us? I don't know who paid the tab, but Jack gave us the orders.
See, and I don't feel like you're telling the truth.
Roll an
I feel-
insight check.
I feel like
Because my insight check on you says
Yeah.
you just want to brutalize this poor SOP.
well, yes.
He's
I
totally
do.
telling the truth. I don't believe you.
What was your insight check?
6.
6.
I'm still telling him that I don't believe him.
You don't know what to believe.
See that? Well, I don't believe
Err
him.
on the side of caution. I mean, you know,
I erred on the side of he can't get away now.
That's true. You
he wasn't.
accomplished that.
He wasn't trying to get away. You
Yeah,
will,
but now he definitely can.
like, you will have noticed that ever since you collared him, he has not made one move to escape.
Yeah, but I mean, word gets around.
We're going to wind up having an uncomfortable discussion about excessive force when I show up.
This wasn't excessive.
Well, I mean, little. Even for
As
you.
I go grab a stick. I'm thinking about
Jesus.
poking.
As I go get a
poking
farm
the stick.
implement.
No. Stick. Actual stick.
Just
You know.
got tines on the other end of it.
Alright, so he's laying on the ground.
assaulted.
I didn't assault him, the ground did.
No, I completely disagree.
It's a dubious distinction.
Hey, I'm not the one that hit him. The ground did.
I gave him the opportunity to fly. He failed.
I hear artillery in the distance, Father.
So how long is he gonna lay there like that? Because
He's not going to move until someone tells him to.
well,
Go
I
out
mean,
to that smelly
they gotta
old
show up here
barn.
eventually.
Who knows with that one, Father?
Well,
Ugh.
yes, they will show up eventually. Are you doing anything else to him until they show up?
Questioning whether or not I should continue to beat him.
are you asking him that?
I hope
No,
he
I'm
did.
not
Should I
asking-
continue
I'm-
to beat you?
I'm
What do you
questioning
think?
in my own
I'd
head.
really like to
Okay.
get your take on this.
So,
I hope he just scared the guy. I mean,
Remember, please be honest. It's for science.
Yes,
Well,
it was
Father,
totally for science.
Posterity.
And as it turns out, humans can't fly.
are you in a position
Yeah.
to be able to heal this fella when we get there?
oh yeah.
I didn't know if that's something that you can do whenever you please, or
Well, I mean, that'll be about it for today, but I can Probably fix him up.
I get the distinct impression that if he's not dead, he will need assistance.
Maybe we need to have a more subtle discussion with Grognek.
He's not good with the subtleties. And it's interesting because he's the one with the formal training.
This would have been so much
I
easier
also spent a whole lot of time
if
in
he
Grognek,
hadn't
you know?
resisted my spell.
I understand. Where's Trunk?
Oh, Trunk was going to investigate the source of the poison, I believe. I think he was going to his guild.
Maybe we'll find him at the barn as well. Hopefully he is watching Grognek.
I don't know if they use that facility anymore after we exposed it.
I think Grognek's forgetting something.
Totally did. You like how we just keep dancing around that?
Yeah. God damn it.
What happened?
Grognek is forgetting something.
We are intentionally bringing up constantly the fact that Trunk is not there and no one is making any attempts to communicate any of this information to him. The goings on of splitting the party.
The party.
Well, I don't know where you are.
And I certainly don't.
Yeah.
I thought he was back at the guild.
Trunk.
God damn
Roll a perception check. Because you look bored.
You hear screaming across a field.
You probably
my
would hear
tile.
some screaming as he was flying
Back there.
flying up and
Perception, you say?
also
Yes, please.
30 feet.
Yeah,
I
don't
wonder if
come
you
down
get the
on
top
my
of the bar.
tile.
23.
Right, I was
All right.
thinking that too.
For a 23,
Can I get a double shot?
you notice that on
Can
the
I throw him hard
floor
enough to get him through the
near
roof
the
and
door.
then come back through it?
there are some like marks in the floorboards of the wagon that you're not quite able to. Roll an investigation check. They're claw marks, clearly, and they are not human.
Alvarez.
Interesting.
Boom.
Boo!
What are those?
What are what?
What are those?
I don't see anything. What are you referring to? Oh, these silly scratch
I
marks.
will handle you if I have to.
Rub his face in it.
He covers his groin protectively.
God damn it.
Oh, those claw marks. Those are sometimes I have to acquire some let's
Corpses?
say ingredients for some of my alchemical pursuits, and some of the ingredients are animal in nature, and sometimes they don't really like having their ingredients harvested. Yes.
Would you like to see the pet shop in the basement?
Of the wagon, the rolling wagon.
I don't think you're being wholly truthful with me. I don't like that very much.
Roll an insight check. He's totally telling you the truth.
I believe you, though.
I mean,
God damn it.
I don't believe you, but for some reason I feel compelled to totally believe you.
I don't
for a
believe you,
suspicious
but
character.
I don't believe you, but I know you're totally telling the truth.
You remind me of me.
He's just defaulting, like, no matter
Well, never mind, I'll
what
just
he
say
feels about someone's truthfulness, he just accuses them of lying as a matter of course.
Right? Murderers.
Murderers. Where is that?
Waiting here is getting us nowhere. Let's take a trip.
I was trying to wait till you get by.
A trip?
It's a short trip.
I've got my bubblings to concern myself with. I'm afraid that now is not a good time.
Now is the perfect time.
I'm sure you've got the handle animal check to drive the cart.
The
Intimidation.
handle animal doesn't exist anymore.
Intimidation check.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes, actually,
Because
it does.
I don't have it.
You're just untrained in it.
I have
Oh,
animal
dear.
handling as a trait, so it does
He's
exist.
He's not budging on this because his potions are his livelihood.
Well, you stay here. I'll draw the cart.
Wait. You want to pull the cart while I have my potions.
Well, your horses will be pulling the cart. I'll steer.
Oh, this is wildly dangerous. No. No.
Oh, it's,
The wagon is not to be moved
Well.
while the potions are still volatile.
Technically, you'd have to stop me, wouldn't you?
Right? Trunk gets up. He's going for the door.
He stands in front of the door. No. You don't seem to understand. If these potions are disturbed, the whole place could go.
Trunk draws a short sword.
Look, I'm literally begging you. He gets down on his knees. I'm literally begging you. This
Look
is my
you right in the
livelihood.
Trunk instinctively covers his crotch.
This
He's
is
not
my
anywhere near his crotch. He got down on his knees and looked you square
straight
in
in
the
the
eye.
eyes.
He did it to me. I'm doing it to him.
Look. This is my livelihood. This is my home. This is where I live. This is how I earn my living. This is how I exist. Please, I am begging you. We cannot move until they are done. If we stop them before they're finished, they're just very volatile. Any slightest thing could set them off.
How long before they're finished?
I throw a
50
cannonball
minutes.
at the cart.
50 minutes?
50 minutes.
Then we've got time. Let's go. Just you and me. We'll leave the cart.
But
You said there's time.
are you sure that we should be back in 50 minutes?
I'm sure we can be back in time.
Or at a minimum, he might be able to be back in time.
He makes some very minute adjustments to the placement of things, and he's
I'm
looking.
watching you.
He's looking. I'm very, very uncomfortable with this. I never leave my potions to just bubble away on their own. This is most out of the ordinary, and if I come back and my wagon is nothing more than a great hole in the ground, I shall be very put out. Literally,
Yes,
I
you
will
will.
have nowhere to live.
That sounds like a
Are you
problem.
going to
Sounds like-
recompense me for the loss of my home, my livelihood, everything I own?
No.
Save the clothes on my... What is my incentive to accompany you?
This sharp, pointy thing.
He grabs a potion off one of the racks and says, your sharp, pointy thing could be reduced to a rusty pile of rubble.
Stab.
You want to do that in here next to the potions that'll blow us up?
No, I don't want to do it, period. I want you to just give me my time to finish my potions.
It'll have plenty of time before we get back.
Got it.
Let's go. Come on.
Poke him a little
Another
bit.
intimidate check.
Tap it against his inner thigh. 16 this time.
You need to get that chair that they put James Bond in that doesn't have a bottom.
He totally comes with you.
And the big
Hot damn.
rope.
Locks all of his
Figure it
shit up. Stands locking the things. It's now down to like 48 minutes.
It's about time.
He grumbles and bitches the whole
We
way.
would have been back sooner if you weren't such a jerk.
Really, the
no,
nerve.
don't you guffaw at me.
Punch him in the face.
Trying to help you, you will notice I did not ask for any remuneration to identify your poison, and yet you are threatening my very way of life, and blah, blah, blah. And he just keeps going on, and he's like losing his
But-
shit.
I am,
He's
I am threatening.
intimidated, but he's still pissed.
I am threatening your very life, not your way of life. Your life itself.
I have to say, we're not
Let's
winning
get this
friends
straight.
or influencing people
Well, you're
anymore.
definitely influencing people.
No, I'm...
Just not in a meaningful, positive kind of way.
I don't know. I think the Thieves Guild is kind of friendly to me.
There's a real funny punchline to this, too, but we'll
I mean-
let that happen. Like,
So I give the alchemist a couple pats on the ass with my short sword.
He jumps.
Hop along. Let's go. Wasting time.
Wait, what is your name, by the way?
Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
I figure he's walking.
Tell him Killjoy.
Let's talk more walk.
He's walking. He's actively walking.
Let's
Tell
walk
him
faster.
Killjoy.
Killjoy.
Yeah, tell him your name's Killjoy.
He's actually walking at like a fairly brisk pace. What is your walking speed?
Wow. My movement speed is 30.
Your movement speed is 30.
He's probably
He's
better.
walking like as fast as you, but he's also put like a little. He's speed walking, power walking, basically. He's got the hip swivel going on and everything. Exactly. That is exactly what he's doing because he wants to get this over and done with, and then come back before his stuff melts through his Bunsen burner and puts a hole right in the bottom of his wagon.
Well, I'm sure I don't want the healers to blow up while we're gone.
Yeah, you
Right.
do.
Alright, so you're leaving there. Where are you going?
Going to the barn.
To the barn. Okay. In the barn, you find Grognek and a pile of man.
Grognek,
Hey, what's going on?
where's Bellhead?
I figured he would have got here before. Hey, wait, where were you?
I was at the healers.
Which is...
Oh.
I told you I was at the healers.
It's like
I wasn't paying attention,
half a
man.
block away from where you are. That's how
I
you got
really,
there so
really
fast.
wasn't paying attention.
Well, I was at the healers. I brought an alchemist with me, but we need to go back to Asgard because he's going to blow it up.
Oh,
Why is
well, I
your-
mean, I can take care of that if you want to take care of this
No,
guy.
we don't want it to blow up. I need.
Oh, he doesn't.
I need
oh,
Bellhead.
I thought he was looking to have it. Never mind.
Where's Bellhead?
He should be here shortly. I think.
Bellhead, Jez
Fucking
Gruley,
Bellhead.
and Councilman Carruthers
We need to get him.
arrive almost immediately thereafter.
We need to get him like a little scooty cart
Hey,
that Jazz can
look.
pull.
Look, there's Trunk.
Hey, other people.
All
Hey,
right.
hey.
Hello. It's just,
There you are.
Old man.
Bellhead.
Old guy.
yes, but
This guy over here, he might need some attention.
what guy?
You look on
look in the floor.
you look on the floor.
Martin's beard. Ah. Wow, that is not bent the right way.
Yeah, his right leg
Hey,
is like
I only threw him to
sort
the
of
ceiling.
sideways and like under him. He doesn't seem to be in a great amount of distress.
Grognek, it was supposed to be theater. You're not.
Well, I threw him to the ceiling, but I didn't want to catch him.
Wait, this wasn't Randy, was it?
Too much. This is Phil.
Phil, this is Phil.
Too much,
Why
Grognek.
is it so hard?
Well, he hit a little harder than I thought.
Hit the ground.
This
like,
is Philip. He's got his ass beat.
Oh, this is Phil.
I'm gonna go over there.
Oh,
Mhm.
hi Phil.
And
Hi.
also, I still think he's lying.
Philip. Is it
It's Filson.
okay?
Filson.
Can we keep calling him Phil now? Just
Phil. I apologize. This is going to hurt quite a lot.
Ooh, let me do it.
Actually, right now I can't feel much of anything
That's the shot.
below the waist.
Great.
Oh, let's leave him like this.
Good. That's good. That's a good sign. That's.
I thought so.
That's-
I would imagine.
yes,
Like,
more.
I can see that my leg's up here by my ear, and I figured that that's probably supposed to hurt. But I think that since it doesn't hurt, I'm probably okay.
Jazz Gruley,
Yes.
if you could sort of stabilize that sort of hipula region, because I need to pull that leg back around, and I don't want to
Right.
jangle the boys'
Bits.
pine. Rhymes with okay.
Fine, okay.
Everyone be very careful now.
Yes.
Let's see. I gotta.
Okay, so I need to know what order you're doing things. Are you having Jazz straighten him out, or are you going to put a heal spell on him first?
I'm just having Jazz hold his hips so that when I straighten his leg out, it doesn't,
Twist
torque
spine.
his spine.
jostle him too much that way.
Okay.
It's a shame that you just can't hit him with a hammer and it fixes itself.
I'm going to
Straightens them all out.
pull out. I'm going to take the pick end of my hammer, and I'm just going to ask Phil. Do you recognize that gentleman over there?
At whom are you pointing?
Just no one really. I'm just pointing away from his leg so that he has to look elsewhere.
He ends up looking at the alchemist just because he's
Perfect. That's
there.
whatever. And then I
No, I mean,
just stab
just
him.
some
I stab
random-
him lightly
Ow!
in the leg with the pick.
Oh,
and
in the
just
leg.
a little. Boop.
Do you know that quarter horse?
Are you doing anything with it?
No, that's just I want
He
to.
doesn't.
While he's looking the other way.
Doesn't feel it.
Okay. And then I straighten out his leg.
He screams.
Huh.
You weren't truthful about the pain below the waist.
Well, I can certainly feel it now. Ah! Oh,
Bonk.
that feels better.
Can I throw him again?
No!
Go ahead and roll me
Damn
some
it.
hit points that you're giving him back.
I mean, I promise I won't. This time I won't throw him up. I'll throw him forward.
He only lost 9 hit points, so be careful not to overheal him to death.
I mean, I swear I
He
won't.
explodes
Yes.
from healthiness.
I won't throw him up. I'll throw him forward. By
So
the jaw.
as it turns out, for the 9 hit points that he lost, pretty much all of them were in his spinal column, which was fractured but not actually broken. He suffered nerve damage, wasn't truly paralyzed.
9 points of healing.
Oh, how perfect is that? I feel right as rain now. That's a pretty neat trick, Father. Thank you.
Okay, so now that we're all here, if we could, we need to move.
Who did you bring with you, by the way?
This is an alchemist.
Okay.
Nice.
But he has some things brewing.
Does he have anything for paralyzation?
So why did he?
Or to
I
paralyze
kind of
somebody?
promised that we would go back as soon as we got found it.
The door to the barn opens again, and you see Rodney. I just can't understand it. How did 4 dwarves just disappear? Oh! You're here! And... oh, he's here too.
Yep.
Well, just call me Johnny-come-lately.
Well, Johnny, come lately.
Johnny.
I'm
What's
going...
up, Johnny?
I'm going back downstairs. It's been a long day. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Well,
Hey,
you
while
better
you're at
bang
it, bring
Joe.
something up. Bring
Why?
something up here to paralyze somebody.
Why are you looking for me?
I was looking for you to tell you that we found him.
We found him.
Yeah.
Bang up job, pal.
10-4, boss. And he goes downstairs.
I look at you and say, that one, he's on his way to the top.
Seriously though.
All right.
Bring
Well,
something to paralyze somebody.
I guess
for
we have to go
time
out
period.
that way. Let's just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's worried it's gonna blow up.
You are coming with us, Phil.
Well,
I guess we could
mean,
stop that from happening.
do I...
I guess.
Well, you could say you're not coming with us, and I could break your legs again.
Well, that... I don't like him.
Few of us do.
To be honest, he might have been a little more enthusiastic than I had anticipated.
It's a learning curve.
But he means well.
Does he? Seems like he means to break my legs.
Well, I mean,
Well,
I mean, on a sliding
You have options.
He'll
scale.
probably do it very well, if that's what you mean, but I don't think that that's what you meant.
On a sliding scale, we are dealing with murders, so.
Murder? What you mean? Murder?
what do you mean?
Look,
What do you mean?
let's walk and talk.
what do you
That's
mean?
very good. Up!
Walking, talking. Yes, I know, Jazz loves Shasha.
Yes. I'm pleased.
Okay.
The hell is this crap?
So, why
You
are
can
we.
be, you're, like, furnished with some rope and things
Hey, wait, let me
by
see
the
that.
Thieves Guild so that you
No,
can
no,
find
I'm
him
gonna make it permanent. Put
thoroughly.
it on the statue. In stone.
So you're walking to... Whence are you walking?
Walking back to
Just
the
gotta find me a
floors
chisel and a
and the alchemist's cart.
Alright.
What were your instructions, Philip?
Well,
For some fucking reason, I
we
know
were
that,
told...
too.
Philward?
Philson.
Phyllis.
Wilson.
Phyllis.
Philium?
I just keep
That
yelling
would've been better.
Phyllis from the back of
That
the
would have
group.
been better.
I think he said his name was Phyllis, Father.
I was going for Wilson, but it's Wilson. But yeah, that would have been better. Philium would have been better. We were just told that there were some dwarves here in Wensleydale, and that we was to keep an eye on them, and if they started doing anything that we should report back.
What have you reported so far?
Well, we reported that you met with a druid and that you've been hanging around with this bloke. Well, he doesn't say a druid. Met with an elf. And that you've been hanging around with this fella and asking a lot of questions of a lot of people.
And you were reporting back to...
To Jack.
Jack. By what means?
Oh, well, we sent letters with, well, we don't have any trained pigeons.
I got an idea.
We got parakeets.
How about his next letter says that Jack has to come here?
By parakeet.
Instead of us going there, we
They-
get Jack to come here.
They don't...
Well, everyone else is in frickin' Peters,
Percival.
Percival,
Burrow.
Parker, Berg.
Philadelphia.
Cornhaven.
Philadelphia.
Cornhaven is my new favorite.
Yes, Cornhaven is fantastic.
All right.
Cornhaven.
Hey, Father, why don't we just have him send a message that Jack needs to come here? It's very important.
We could do that if we didn't have to go out there so badly already.
Well, I say we make our way out there now.
Well, apparently we have to go back to this cart.
Well, we'll take the cart with us.
Also, yes.
I suggested that.
Hey, this time he can't stop us all.
I
mean, he
think-
can't. He can't.
Maybe if we let him suggest, he'll come around.
Alchemists are touchy that way.
I mean, I'll make the suggestion. I strongly encourage that he let us move his cart.
I do believe that it will explode if we do that.
How sure are you?
Pretty sure.
You're
All
very
right,
sure.
Because I rolled really poorly. On that.
Grognek, I think if you go to move the cart, you should wait for all of us to be at least 1 kilometer away from you before you attempt to move the cart.
Please, no. No
We
talk
were
of moving the
speaking
cart.
entirely in Dwarvish.
Were you?
Were.
Yeah, conversations between us are all.
Phil is looking a little nervous.
Philip.
Alan Finchley is just looking confused.
Now, who's that? Is that
He's the alchemist.
Oh, okay.
So for Belhad in Dwarvish, his story seems a little bullshitty to me.
Little bullshitty.
I think we need some of that enhanced interrogation.
Whose story?
The Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Ah, enhanced interrogation, huh? Well, I mean, I can do that.
I think we've had enough of that for today.
No.
About that,
Really?
He's all one.
Really?
He
Not even
spent
one?
all of his spells by like
no.
10 o'clock in the morning.
I had to
Damn it.
talk to the sheriff. It was a delicate situation.
You only had one? Then you usually have 2 or 3 of those.
Did he had to heal somebody?
He did a lot of healing, but he also did a lot of detect poison.
I've been detecting disease and poison all morning. It's
Father,
Maybe you
Exhausting.
can
go
make-
to sleep.
Maybe you can make more headway with them.
Just go to sleep.
You can sleep in the
Heavenly
cart.
beast!
well, we're gonna have a travel ahead of us anyway. I'm assuming. Anyway, we're going to this guy's cart. We're probably at the cart.
It takes like about 8 minutes to get to the cart, but you
Yeah.
make it to the cart.
Told you
Councilman,
less than 50 minutes.
He like fiddling with locks and keys and goes inside. You hear a well, that could have been bad. Crisis averted, we're all okay.
Alright, so I can move the cart now?
No!
I mean, I wasn't worried.
No.
I don't feel like any of us.
Councilman, it doesn't seem like this was an assassin. Another false alarm.
Could be a ruse.
I need some rope.
I don't trust him! He's eyeballing Phil, and Phil's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, buddy?
Councilman,
I'm gonna start walking up to the front of the cart with the rope.
Phil was up until recently folded in half.
He was half the man he is today.
No, he's still the same full
Well,
man, except for
there's
now he
been
can stand
no
up.
attempts on my life in the last 14 minutes. It's not
Would
to
you like
say
me to-
that he's not responsible.
It's because I wasn't around.
I mean, just
In Dwarven.
he was probably fairly forthcoming.
Probably.
Not really.
I mean, he didn't say he was going to try to kill you, right? Didn't
But he
say.
didn't say that he wasn't.
Easy. Not helpful, Grognek.
Yeah, well, I'm just being honest. He never directly stated that he wasn't going to kill him.
Well,
As far as this alchemist goes, the
we're building a collection.
the third ingredient, he said, was necrotic acid. It's not a natural substance. It has
What
to be made.
check would you like me
This
to
would
make?
be an investigation check.
Distilling humans.
Great,
Check.
because I'm bollocks at that.
Says it can only be made by distilling a corpse. It's probably done by a necromancer.
7.
You
about what I
don't
rolled.
know anything about this.
No
Like,
medicine related.
the very idea of that sort of thing is like anathema to you. Like the
Necromancy. Yeah.
Horrible.
That's what he claimed, though. But I saw these. Look here on the floor here in the cart. These scratches,
Yeah.
very animal-like.
Would
No,
you like
you-
me to
you
test him and see
rolled-
if he can fly?
I rolled well on that.
you rolled like a nat 20 on
Yeah.
that.
Would you like me to see if he can fly?
Can I
No.
identify
We can test
No,
and see
no,
if he
Scratches.
can.
no.
The alchemist, listen.
No,
have,
no.
animal handling in nature?
No.
Do
Not inside
a
the car. I'll take him
nature check.
outside.
No.
That's a bummer, because that's the garbage one.
Nope.
Are you sure?
16.
You're not
Nope.
sure?
Nope.
For a 16,
You're not sure, so you might want me to make
it
him
looks
fly.
like it's some sort of. It's definitely a large
Not
creature.
yet.
Fuck, it's like
From-
Have I treated any wounds that would match up with that size? And
You've
My
treated
turns.
wounds from people who have been attacked by fire pelts. It doesn't seem quite like that. It's not feline in origin. You know that much.
What are you trying
But
to
it's
figure out?
definitely a large creature.
claw marks here. I was.
How long have you been coming around here?
About 2 months, I should say.
DM. For the missing people's posters, how long have they been going missing? Like,
Not-
what's the oldest one?
Not very long.
Less than 2 months?
Oh, yes, certainly.
lichens.
The most recent one,
Would you like
obviously,
me to take a look at
was
them?
Mortimer, who
Oh,
went
yeah,
missing,
feel free.
like,
I don't think it's a cat.
sometime
but I
in the
can't
last
quite
couple
pin
of
it down.
days. And the one before that was...
I don't think I can figure it out.
The
either.
oldest one is
I
about...
don't even know what I
9
need to
days
look,
old.
But the 7 is not going to do much.
What were you rolling?
To see if I knew anything about these claw marks, but I don't think my 7 did, or
And how long
plus
have
whatever skill.
How long have councilmen been dropping?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So not as long. Shit.
I also noticed that.
Can I see you die?
Have they all
Tell
been
them not.
poisoned or
Nope.
no?
Nope.
These look so
So-
I have...
These are the
You were
dwarves,
told
guys.
by
They're all very
Kralis
interesting.
how
And they're metal.
each
too.
of them...
So what
had
was the
been-
modifier?
Sensing a correlation.
2 of them had been poisoned. Amherst and the one
This one
immediately
looks like
before
little death
him.
stuff on it. Like a
It's
dive
definitely a
death
correlation. I don't know
stuff
if this is
on
causing.
Scrolling,
Legos?
scrolling.
it. Metal?
I mean, if we could
Wow.
So many pages. Jesus.
interrogate him in an
Ask me to
enhanced
kill
manner,
somebody.
Aha, there we
we
go.
could know for
Pretty
sure.
much, yeah.
Alright,
Somebody's irresponsible with their spells.
now, Councilman Flanders
Well,
was the
I can-
first one
I
to
can
die.
interrogate
He
people
was
without trying to
stabbed
see if they
with
can
one
fly.
of
Inflammatory
Tom
foods,
Flannery's juggling daggers. He was the first one.
It's all right. I'll make sure he
the
hits his
second
head
one
on the
was
bed
Councilman
tomorrow.
Barnabas. He had his throat slashed. Third one was Jacoby, and he was stabbed, but with something much larger than one of Tom's daggers. The fourth one was Councilman Collingway. He was poisoned, and then Councilman Amherst was also poisoned.
How long ago was the first poison?
The first poisoning happened probably 2 days, 3 tops before Amherst was killed.
So probably too late to figure out what done.
He's already been interred. He's...
Shit. So, there's a definite correlation between the missing people, staring right at the alchemist, and the use of this necrotic
Perception check.
16? Yes.
Is that the same as your passive?
Yes, it is.
His eyes get a little wide when you're eyeballing him.
My eyes squint.
And I will.
It balances out.
Bellhead is going to reinforce this line of questioning by, those claw marks were not made by any cat.
Well, I never said that they were. I just said that, as I told him, that, sometimes I need very specialized ingredients for my alchemical endeavors, and, sometimes these specific ingredients come from an unwilling source.
Ingredients or individuals?
Ingredients.
I immediately walk over, grab him directly by the throat, and say, "What made these marks?"
Intimidate check.
If this doesn't work, I'm going to need you to make him fly.
God damn it.
Well, I think we'll have to go outside first.
We're standing like in the
Yeah.
street or some shit.
We're outside. There's not enough room.
I
in
believe
the
there's
car.
like cobblestone. That'll be fun for him.
Well,
An 11. Plus whatever my modifier is for intimidate. So I rolled a 12 for intimidate.
Can that be a strength intimidate versus a charisma intimidate?
Sure, use your strength mod instead.
You are grandma.
Well, holy shit. Because now that's a 17.
Okay.
he pooped himself a little bit.
It's right.
Knolls, they're knoll claws.
What's a knoll?
What are you doing with noise?
Well, their teeth, their fur, their eyes, can be very useful indeed for, alchemical, potions and such.
So you're certainly not shy in using living humanoid ingredients.
Well, I certainly, look at me. I couldn't possibly kill a gnoll.
But you can manhandle one into a cart, kicking and
Drunk.
screaming,
Drunk.
or howling,
I
as the case
have
may
a better
be.
way of questioning.
Well, if that had been the case,
Go
would I
find
not
me
be
his
covered in
most
scars?
expensive potion.
You are
He
someone.
opens his shirt.
I mean, I think
Okay.
really you just gotta
All
start
right.
shaking the card.
All right,
No. Go find me his most
Too much.
expensive potion.
put that away.
We'll see what happens as I turn one to dust.
You are someone who manufactures curative potions.
Yes,
You
but
know.
even most of the best curative potions do not relieve one of
smash
scars.
this
You, as a
potion,
healer, I saw what you did in
Yeah,
the barn to this
I don't think
rather
I wanna
unfortunate
turn that
gentleman.
to dust.
You even know
You
that.
know what it is.
He's going to have a permanent scar
Yes,
from
but it
the
looks better than
abuse that
something
he's,
cheap.
sustained.
Nonsense, hardly noticeable.
Look, you're very suspicious.
That is a personal dig. That's funny. He's indignant now.
You also almost squashed your Liven mini. Your water bottle.
Impugning more than the
Look, you're very suspicious, and we suspect you of things.
Well, I never.
You might have.
you probably
That's what we
did.
suspect.
Are you
Murder.
saying that you are incapable of doing it?
I just keep looking
Incapable
back.
of doing what? You need to be specific.
Murder.
Yes, that.
I've never murdered anyone in my life.
Bullshit.
Now, my alchemical mixtures. Now, I suppose I am a little lax in my my background checks on my clients. So they buy my wares, and I don't ask any questions about what they do with it. It's very possible that I may have indirectly led to the harm of another person, but I never personally harmed anybody.
Father, how dangerous would it be if I just removed all water from his cart? All the water.
Well, I'm not.
All the water and all of those potions. All of it.
All the water in his body.
I'm not very knowledgeable with alchemy,
No, I'm just
but I
one-
am
Just
curious.
the potion vials.
Well,
Just all those vials of potion.
I strengthen my grip, just taut, just as a reminder of my hand still on his throat, and I ask him very calmly to quit speaking with his hands. He's making me uncomfortable and nervous.
Do you keep?
He tries to put his hands in his pockets.
Yes, do that.
Do you keep records?
Well, I do, but because of my very limited storage space here in my cart, I don't have very many backstocked records. I can't keep things around for a terribly long time, but once, usually I keep things for about 30 days or so, just in case my clients have any grievances that they would like to bring back to me.
30 days is plenty of time.
That should still be within the time frame, unless they were premeditating the living daylights out of the recent murders. Have you sold any questionable materials?
Well,
I mean, I'm assuming you examined the materials. I'm guessing that's why you were here, Trunk.
I had him check the tea.
well, he had me checking the tea leaves, and I found what he had already known, that there was foxglove poison and nightshade poison, and also there was the necrotic acid. It was something that was so very rare and uncommon, and not even...
Hands!
Sorry. Not even
I'm
something
just gonna
that
take
I
some of that
would have
rope
thought to
that you
look
had,
for.
and
So
I'm going to
it took
tie
me
his
quite
hands
some
to his
time to
waist.
try and track it down, and only when I had exhausted all of the other possibilities did I finally come upon the right answer. But I don't sell anything like that. I don't even have the capability to make it.
Well, the necrotic acid is one thing, but nightshade and...
Oh, nightshade and foxglove. Anyone with a basic knowledge of botany could, distill poisons from those things.
And in the last...
Look around my cart. I have nothing of that sort. He is telling the truth. There is nothing in his cart that is labeled as foxglove or nightshade.
Well, I mean,
label.
Everything is very, very specifically labeled.
Yeah, but it's just... I mean, that's the same as him just saying it. He's the one that's writing the labels.
I feel like this is where maybe Trunk,
Right.
with his speciality, should maybe look for some hidden compartments and such.
A passive knowledge of botany, you say?
Well,
I'm assuming you
Hold the
have
tea.
a passing knowledge of botany?
I have
good
more
to
than
me.
a passing knowledge of botany. I am an
Go with this,
alchemist,
you like-
sir.
As I suspected. And you are a traveling alchemist, yes?
Yes, I travel between here and, well, I used to go to Eldergrove back when Eldergrove still existed, but I go between here and Percivalborough and, Cornhaven and, just the local surrounding towns.
A lot of disasters in your ports of call.
Only this one.
Well,
Wensleydale.
one of the towns doesn't exist.
This is Wensleydale.
Or the...
Oh, yeah, Eldergrove doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore.
I feel like that's a completely warranted statement, by
I
the
feel
way.
like I'd sell my property in Peter's town.
Cornhaven.
Why is it so hard?
It's
First
fantastic.
of all, world.
Why is it so fucking
But
hard?
it makes
Well, it's
it
not a
awesome.
good clear name like Dharn Moldir, for one thing.
Valid point.
Did you notice any stands of these botanicals in your travels?
Well, the foxglove flowers, they're rather pretty, the little purple and the bell-shaped, and, well, some people...
No. See, he
Like-
can't be talking with his hands because I literally took the rope that I got from Jazz and tied his hands to his waist.
Now he's knife-handing it.
No, he's gonna be going like this because this is all he's got. This is his range of
very
movement
Zen-ish.
right here.
This is
That's it. Looks like he's just jagging it.
the bill... that was what I was thinking when you were doing this.
Just
That's all he's got. It looks like he's just jagging it. That's all he can. All he can do.
The purple and the bell-shaped, and, well, some people like to grow them as aesthetic plants, but, well...
Not a sleepy time.
I haven't seen anyone here in Wensleydale that grows them.
Neither for nightshades.
Well, nightshade is not an attractive plant. People don't keep it around just to look at it. But no, I wouldn't know where in Wensleydale anyone would come across things like this. Now, of course, in Percivalborough, they have, name.
balls.
Apothecary. They have an apothecary where they sell, all sorts of things. Like people can possibly, use these sorts of poisons if they want to rid the house of pests or something like that. But that's not here.
Percivalborough.
But
I'm starting to get tired of hearing about Percivalborough.
Right?
well, it is the largest town within a 10-day travel from here.
Well, let's go 10 days and remove it from the map.
And you're coming with us.
Perhaps that's the next one that should be wiped out.
Also, hey, while we're on our way there, kart surfing. Kart
Yes.
surfing.
Councilman,
Yes.
Kart surfing.
Yes, Father.
do you
Well,
have
since-
any
hey,
business
since he's
in
got horses, we can
Percivalborough?
both do
Do you
it.
have any contacts?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly leave. I couldn't, despite the fact that I would very dearly love to go and see Ferdinand and get out of this godforsaken place before someone murders me. No, I cannot leave. The townspeople need me to be here and to be strong for them.
They have the sheriff.
They are all very, very nervous, and, well, the sheriff, you saw the poor man, he's run ragged and
I understand.
falling apart at the seams. He's not the one to hold the town together. That is my place. I am Councilman Figby Carruthers, and
And also coming with us.
my place is here.
Councilman.
And
Councilman,
also coming with us.
I understand and respect your
Due diligence.
your attitude and commitment to duty. However,
I don't.
we need to go to Percivalborough. And if you don't come with us, you will be alone.
Tell him he's just gonna die. Just tell him he's gonna die if he doesn't come with us.
Every
And that's saying that
aspect
to Dwarves, too.
of our recent discoveries lead to the same blasted town.
Damn humans.
Well,
are so
I cannot argue with your logic. It's just that, well, if I leave, who will do...
Oh, fine, Father, I'll do it. If you don't leave, you're going to die, because we're not staying. We're leaving.
Stay and die,
I mean,
or come with. What else?
If you like, we could just kill you and be done with it.
I mean, yeah,
Then we won't have to worry.
we
Now
could do
this
that.
is all
We could do that.
totally out of line.
I'm still holding the other guy by the
Hey,
throat
hey.
at the moment.
I'm just trying to get him to pay, to make sense
I
and come with us.
understand.
My way is easier and faster.
We're not going to leave
I think my way is...
members of our company here while we follow up the leads in keeping people from killing you in Percivalborough.
What are you...
That was a 12.
And
I saw
while
it.
and while
What are you
you
rolling?
are
I'm
guarded,
searching the cart for secret compartments.
So what is your grand total?
Is this perception or investigation?
This would be investigation.
found one.
Into the 16 total.
16 total. For a 16, you find, like, under the cot, there is a false floorboard.
You son of a bitch!
Murderer! You just toss the cot.
Yep.
Hey!
Like it's a table. Just
What'd you find?
The fuck is this?
Inside
Suddenly there's a ruckus.
the, well, inside this false
Shatter.
floorboard, there's, like a little box. And,
Sizzle.
of course, Alan Finchley starts flipping out as soon as you start poking around. Be careful with those! Those are some of my more, valuable, ingredients.
Illicit?
They're not... No. They're not, particularly volatile by themselves. It's just that if you drop them, well, they're really hard to recollect.
Oop. Oh.
Now you're just being a dick.
yeah.
You totally am.
That's
Really,
being a dick.
this guy gave me a hard time. I'm gonna give him a hard time.
I'm still, quasi choking him.
Okay, well that's not me.
And it's been, ongoing for, the better part of what I assume is
Hey,
now been
that's-
10 minutes.
that's
Would you
fun
like some
for you,
wind?
though.
It's like some wind.
No, I'm good. I
You
can,
don't need no
I
wind?
can make my own wind in
The
here.
fucking elemental one over here.
Whoosh!
Right?
Because it reached the
Bunsen
Bunsen
burner.
Though you are welcome to do that every time Bellhead starts getting a little angry. You just start blowing his hair around.
To make it look just a little crazier. Alright, I believe it's getting to be about that
Yeah,
time.
I think that's a decent place to wrap the session. So,
With you fucking with people.
anybody that was actually listening, like,
Part for the
woo!
quiz.
Yes.
And for
We're back,
everybody
bitches!
that was playing, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.